intercepted. Both 3 hours. Signal detected. Mike in the night. It's 3 a.m. Screens still glow. Satellites watching below. Red lights blinking on every street. Truth buried 6 feet deep. Paper signed in quiet rooms. Deals made under crescent moons. Digital chains you never see. There's something in you wants to break free. They say it's safe. They say it's fine. But why's that camera watching mine? Clock hits free. The veil gets thin. You feel the static on your skin. Baseline truth, all at your fires. No more silence, no more talking. I have spoken. Bank accounts tracked every swipe. Data mined from every type. Algorithm knows your face, predicting every move you make. Borders blur, control expands. Digital cuffs on steady hands, but in the dark the people wake. Feel the system start to shake. Eyes up.
Eyes up, people.
Wake up.
Wake up, people. It's Mike in the night.
Speak up. Stand up. They fear the ones who see the play. They fear the ones who won't obey. Fight, fight, fight. 3 a.m. that's when you know. Fight, fight, fight. The quiet truth begins to grow. Fight, fight, fight. Signal cutting through the room. Fight, fight, fight. Truth breaking through the gloom. Like in the night, no disguise, piercing through the alibis. Midnight message unbroken. I have spoken. When the world sleeps, the real talk starts.
Real talk starts when the world
When the
sleeps.
lights dim, we reveal the parts. Not red or blue, not left or right, just raw transmission. Mike in the night.
All right, guys. Pop. All right, guys. Today is June the 15th, 2026, the 15th of June, 2026, Monday. And we are on week 25 of the year. Week 25 of the year. We're pretty much halfway through the year already. And welcome to episode 655 of Mike in the Night. And I bid you all good morning, good evening, and good nights wherever you're watching this transmission. Whether you're watching us from your camper in the woods, your camper or cabin in the woods, that's how it goes, or relaxing on your lazy boy. People of the night, welcome to Mike in the Night. It is 3 a.m. and something is moving you somewhere, folks. It is 3 a.m. somewhere, and someone is moving to Mike in the Night. Listening to Mike in the Night, grooving to Mike in the Night, listening to us in the background, whether they're at work or long-haul driving or taking care of business, so to say. And I join you all and welcome you all to this very special 655th episode of Mike in the Night. All right, guys. We're on Crusades. We've been calling Crusades 2.0. We originally called Crusades 2.0 back in our 2016 video. when England, it was England and Germany and France were getting a massive migrant invasion of, so it was in 2016 when we were telling you guys, it was 2016, we made a short video of the placements of the migrant invasion that was coming in to Europe. Now, we were calling it Crusades 2.0 coming soon, and that was in like 2016. But here's the deal with that. In that video, we were discussing and explaining to you guys how the placement of all Muslim migrants, military-aged men, we were calling them shock troops, or jihad troops. So when Islam calls for a jihad, whatever, to start basically ripping everything apart, they got their shock troops in place, and we were kind of foreshadowing and kind of accusing the European Parliament in a way where they were purposefully picking with these Arabs and Muslims, these 3,000 people towns, 6,000 people towns, and moving thousands and shoving thousands of migrants into those towns. And that's when we called on Crusades 2.0. It was 2016. And we were covering, the boatloads of people coming in. And again, military, 95% is military-aged men ready to take action. And now, fast forward, we're seeing the destruction of Europe happening from 2016 to 10 years now, since we've been kind of covering this, being called a racist, being called an Islamophobe, being called everything. There's one race in this world, and it's human race. We're all humans. But here's the deal with this, all being humans. There's something called culture. And cultures, we could accept each other's cultures. That's fine. But making people adapt to another country's culture that's been running fine for the last 300-400 years? Nobody outside is going to come in and adapt to a run, fine-tuned culture. Go back and look at old reels of London from 1920s and 30s. Go back and look at old newsreels of Toronto in the 60s and 70s. Go back and look at old newsreels of what United States was back in the 50s and 60s and 70s. Right? This invasion of foreign people, human beings, just like us, but the culture doesn't match. And we've been saying culture wars are going to be coming. Culture wars are going to be fought in Western territories. Culture wars are a thing, folks. Now, these countries have borders between them. They all hate each other, and they protect those borders between each other. There's African countries. Oh, they're all African. They're all in the same boat. They're all in the same boat. No, they're not. There's African countries that rip each other apart, that border each other, and they defend those borders to the death. But then Western countries bring them in, bring them all in, and let them fight here. And these are the culture wars we're going into. And this is the Crusades 2.0 we're talking about tonight on Mike in the Night, episode 655. And that's where we're at, folks. We're all human beings. There's only one race, and it's human. There's only two genders, male, female. But it's the culture. The culture will never assimilate. Hundreds of thousands of years, it still will never accept a fine-tuned culture that's been flowing. Oh, but Canada's only 100-something years old. Oh, America's 250 years old, Mike. They're really not long-lasting cultures. They're from European expansion. What the Europeans have been going on for the last 2,000 years. The Roman Empire, going to 300, 400 BC. Right, that's that legacy. The Ten Commandments, the founding, the Christian principles. Bringing in a foreign culture. They will not assimilate, and they won't accept it. No matter what you tell them. They still speak their foreign language to their kids. They go out of their way to make sure they don't speak the language of the country. And this is where we're at a crossroads right now. Culture won't assimilate. They arrested a Pakistani man the other day in London that tried to rape a 13 or 14-year-old boy. And they arrested him. And you know what he said? I didn't know this was illegal in England or the UK or England. I didn't know this was illegal. You see? It just won't work. This is why they have borders, and this is why they fight to the death to protect those borders. But the West brings them all in so they could fight here. And the people that built the West, the Christians, 95% of everything around you was built by Christian hands. It wasn't the Muslims, it wasn't the Chinese, it wasn't the Indians, the Arabs. It was Christian hands that built 95% of the West. The Portuguese built Brazil. The Spanish built Mexico and parts of Central America and parts of Texas and California with the Catholic missions, right? San Jose, San Diego, San Francisco, that was all Catholic missions, right? And yeah, it was all Christian hands that built what you see around you. And now they're bringing in people that are not going to assimilate. They're going to outright hate you already. And it's going to be, yeah, we're in a lot of trouble. We are in a lot of trouble, folks. And the police don't do nothing about it. And if you call out or you say something online about it, well, you're a racist. So, anyways, guys, here we are, folks. Episode 655 of Mike in the Night. All right. So we got Kyle on Facebook saying, Mike, I grew up 5 minutes north of Brampton. I've witnessed firsthand over 25 years the complete lack of assimilation and takeover. Yeah, exactly. Right? So Violetta is saying, our beautiful Prime Minister said that our country is a mosaic, not a melting pot. I think we are in a path of self-destruction. Civilizational speaking, we are dying. We are dying. The West, like the Christians are, they want us gone. They want us gone, right? So we got, who else we got here? Okay, I have all the chats are moving nicely here. Guys, don't forget to tune into Mike in the Night on. I'll give you guys, okay, here, let me go through the legalities of the channel here. Guys, you are tuned into episode 655 of Mike in the Night, Crusades 2.0. The culture battle for the West is happening as we speak. We called it in early 2016, and man, was I called a racist for that. And don't forget to join our mail list. If you want to not miss an episode of Mike in the Night, just email me directly at MikeMartins1980 at gmail.com. Go ahead and email me there, and I'll go ahead and put you on our list. If you don't want to be part of the list, just block me. It doesn't matter. And viewer discretion is advised. 21 and older. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Fact check and do your own research. 18 U.S. Code Section 2257 for Mike in the Night. And yeah, that's it right there, folks. Woo! 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 Okay, so yeah. All right, let's get to this here, guys. Let's get to rock and roll here. Yep, they're not hiding it anymore. Look at that. They're not hiding it anymore, folks. That's what they're doing. They're not hiding it anymore. All right, let's open up our channel plug, and we're going to get off to some headlines for you guys. All right, guys, don't forget to, if you want to buy me a coffee, I'll leave you a link, and there's a link in the description if you're watching this on replay. If you like watching Mike the Night on replay, should be a link in the description if you want to buy your boy a coffee. Also, you could find Mike in the Night's episodes. Now, we have right here, episodes here on Mike in the Night. We're starting to put them up here because we're welcome back on YouTube now, that YouTube is losing money and basically going bankrupt. So they're letting channels like me back again. And also, if you want to watch more episodes of Mike in the Night going into the really dark times, you can go to mikeinthenight.org and you'll find episodes going back in chronological order. They're chronologically in order here for you guys to check out. Christmas specials, call-in specials, New Year special, prediction shows we do every year, our annual prediction show. And we're also on Facebook if you guys want to follow us on Facebook, and Instagram. Why am I giving you my Instagram? If you want to call into the show, you got to add me on Instagram. Now you don't have to add me. I don't care. You just have to message me on Instagram, and I'll get you on the show. You can call through Instagram. That's how we get our callers in here. And what else we got here? TikTok, we're on our last leg. We got another video here taken down and another one here taken down. They want us off TikTok. This channel got to 24,800 followers. The previous one got 82,200, 9,555, and then the other one was 16,000 followers. So we're going to be down again another channel on TikTok. And if you want to shop Mike Martins, there's a Teespring link on all platforms. If you guys want to buy a mug or a t-shirt or something, I don't know. If you want to support the transmission that way, go ahead and do that. But the best way, guys, you could support this transmission right now is by sharing this damn thing. Share this damn show. You know, people are coming on to my videos accusing me of stealing stuff from Alex Jones, stealing stuff from Joe Rogan, stealing... No. They've been taking our shit. You look at the timestamps of our videos, we go way before those guys. Way, way before those guys ever said anything. They take our stuff, and then they run with it. I don't get paid to be here. They get paid to be there. Think about it, folks. Think about it. All right, let's do this, guys. Let's rock and roll here. All right. Okay, we got a light showing here tonight on Mike of the Night. A light showing. We got a light crowd tonight, so it won't be too hard to get through the comments while you guys are chatting here. All right. Okay, guys, let's get into Canada here real quick. It's very simple. I think it's just one article. Bank of Canada holds rates, warns of stagflation like headwinds. Now, we've been talking about stagflation, and we've been talking about inflation. We've been talking about deflation. We've been talking about all kinds of stuff, but there may be a perfect storm on the horizon, and it's leaving Canada's central bank paralyzed. The Bank of Canada, BOC, held its key interest rate at 2.25, a widely expected move. They warn that the economy faces slow growth and rising inflation conditions and resembles stagflation like a threat. So it goes back to the Japanification we've been talking about. Canada's already been in the Japanification mode because Canada built its economy off real estate to Chinese money laundering. So not locals are buying real estate, it's Chinese money laundering. And the locals that bought in within the last 5 to 10 years are crying the blues because they've been using their home as an ATM machine, which we warned you guys about too. Now, this is very important because they're going to keep interest rates at 2.25, okay? This is very important that you guys understand what I'm going to tell you here. If the United States of America raise interest rates or decide to raise interest rates in the next quarter or so, Canada's finished. Canada's in a lot of trouble. I'm warning you guys. I'm just going to put it out there just like that. Canada's in a lot of trouble. If America decides to raise rates, if America doesn't need to go to war against Canada. America just needs to raise their interest rates. Canada's going to go in super stagflation, Japanification mode, zombification mode. And the currency is going to continue devaluing. Bonds are going to keep going, pushing up. And we're going to see a big economic. Because I've been saying, we are in a depression, not a recession. Oh, we were in a recession since 2014. Once Canadians couldn't afford to get into their own real estate back in 2014. Once the first average tear-down World War I home in Vancouver sold for over $1 million. Same home you could buy in anywhere in the States for over maybe $40,000 for the same exact home. Same home they were selling in Vancouver, World War I, cracked foundation, broken roof. You could buy anything like that in the States for 30 grand. Sold over $1 million, which means that the Canadian proper could not get into their own real estate. That was all Chinese money laundering that was coming in. And that allowed the Chinese to put a foothold into what we call now Shinada. And everyone's like, oh, look at all this and that, the finance in my house and this, that. You paid too much for everything. You paid way too much for everything. Now, mark my words. If America decides to raise rates in the next quarter or two, watch out, Canada. All right. And Trump confirms the deal is all signed. We predicted the Strait of Hormuz 3 days before anything even happened, before any tensions, before a shot was fired. And they call me clickbait boy. So, confirms the Iran deal is all signed. Netanyahu, remember this piece of crap? Slaps Trump in the face. We don't see eye to eye on peace deal. Vows sabotage of fragile truce. That's fragile, it's Italian. And exclusive, Iranian oil tankers and cargo vessels sail through the U.S. naval blockade officially lifted. And over in the States, Trump, 250th birthday of America, Trump announces the largest fireworks show in history. America gaining independence from the crown. And Canada stayed with the crown. Oh, we're getting destroyed. Completely destroyed. We're getting completely wrecked. And the Great Replacement is here. So the Great Replacement is here. White students no longer the majority in American schools. And the new U.S. Census Bureau data confirms that white students are now the minority in America's educational system. The Great Replacement is no longer a conspiracy theory, it's a conspiracy fact. According to Axios analysis, which is very accurate, by the way, of the last 2024 census data, non-Hispanic and white students now comprise of just 48.8% total enrollment across public schools, private schools, and homeschooling from nursery through graduate programs across the country. White enrollment has plummeted from 46.7 million in 2000 to 36.6 million today. Even as the overall student population has grown, Latino enrollment, by contrast, has surged from 10 to 18.4 million over the same period. So there it is then, students in public private schools from nursery through programs. So when you do the numbers now, this adds up to more, right? And that's it. It's getting so there it is. The visible minority now. I say by prediction time, folks. That's what we're based off. 2030. I'm giving it to 2030. By 2030, it will be like Canada. The whites, or the founders of the country, will be the visible minority in America. 2030, visible minority whites. That's what I'm giving it. 2030. The older people will die off, and they'll be replaced by other cultures. And that's just... Canada already was a visible minority. I think we covered it back in 2015 or 2014. That whites were the visible minority in 2015 or 2014. It was way back for Canada. It was way back already for Canada. The Canadian proper is a visible minority, right? Okay, there it is right there, folks. And Detroit, two sisters accused of stabbing restaurant employee. Let me get this. Detroit, two sisters accused of stabbing restaurant employee over wrong order. I'm going to kill you. I don't know why this does not appear on Canadian news. If this was two white people doing this in Detroit, this will be all over Canadian news. But for some reason, the news that we see up in Canada is very selective on who gets on who is being shown. Right? A lot of this stuff doesn't show up on Canadian news. So just wanted to show this to people here. Like, I can't believe that we've gotten to a point now where somebody gets their order wrong or something's wrong with the order, and they're threatened to kill him and stabbing a restaurant employee over a wrong order. I don't know what to tell you guys anymore. I don't know what to say. But my question to you is, why is it in Canada or other countries they would protect this from the media from getting out? Because if you're living in Canada and you're watching the news in Canada, you would think that white people are destroying America. White people are horrible all over the world because you're not getting all the news. You're just getting what white people are doing in America, right? You don't get this stuff in Canada. Like, I don't know what to say anymore. So, yeah. Somebody's saying white people are already the minority at only 6% of the global population. Rich, you're probably going to unsubscribe to me when I tell you this. All those numbers are a lie. I tell you guys stuff because I know certain things. Let's say I'm given certain things through life. There's only 400 million people in China, and 200 million of them are over 65. I'm not making this up. There's no 1 billion or 1.4 billion people in China. India's lucky if they have 300 million people. If that. If that. They've been lying about your population all these years. I've been making videos about population scam or population myth. There's more white people on Earth than they're making you seem. They want you to look like you've lost. Right? Think about it. Just take a second to think about this. We got Rich saying in the comments, let's think about this. White people are already the minority at 6% of the global population. What if that's what they want you to know when it's not true? What if that's what they want you to think because you've already lost? Don't go to the polls to vote, boy. Hey, girl, don't go to vote. You're only 6%. You're not going to win. They're lying to us about the population, and they've been lying to us for a lot of years now. For control and power. I've been telling you guys, China has 400 million people. For the last 15 years, they have 400 million people. And 250 or 200 million of them are over 60 to 65 range. I'm not making this up. I don't get paid to be here. I have no agenda why I need to lie to you about this. But that's what it is. Right? They're making you feel like you've already lost a war. There's a lot more than 6% white people out there, folks. A lot more. Right? But they want you to think you lost it. They want you to think, don't bother voting. You lost already. They've been lying about your population. I believe India maybe has 200-300 million people. There's no way on earth that India has over 1 billion people. No way! No way! Impossible! India is trying to get rid of their people. That's no question of a doubt. India is trying to get... Yeah, Dino Bravo in the comments saying there's no way only 6% are white. No way. No way. No. They're lying to you. Why are they lying to you? Why are they lying to you about the world's population? Because they want you to make you feel like you're a useless eater and there's too many of us and they need to start scrubbing and trimming the fat. Getting rid of the people that ask too many questions. But the world's population is a lot less than what they're telling you. China has 400 million, and I'm willing to believe that India only has 200 million people. You could make fun of me, you could poo on me, you could unsubscribe, but then a year down the road, someone comes on the Joe Rogan show and tells everybody what I'm saying. And then I come up and say, hey guys, I don't get paid to be here, but this professional on this guy's show that gets $1.8 million per episode on Joe Rogan gets about $1.8 million per episode, comes out and says what we're saying, just like it's been happening all the years. And then, oh, wow, look at that. Oh, yeah, look at this and look at this report. It doesn't add up. I bring my video saying, look, guys, we told you. And then people look at me and say, yeah, you're still fat and bald and ugly. And I don't get paid to be here. That's the funny part of it. What am I doing here? Why am I here? All right. Yeah. Yep. The elite call it mowing the lawn. Yes, someone's saying right now, Anarchy. Anarchy is saying, hi, Mike. Hi, everyone. Sydney, Australia here. The percentages and numbers are all lies, lies, lies. 100%. So we got I'm going to be raked over the coals again for this one. Elon Musk issues a chilling free speech message over Keir Starmer's social media ban. I don't like Keir Starmer. I don't like this social media ban. I don't like what they're doing and censoring people. I am pro freedom of speech, pro gun, pro everything. But one thing I've been warning you guys about for a good while now is Elon Musk. And I told you guys back in 2022, the video's up, that Elon Musk is going to be more dangerous than Bill Gates one day. And again, a lot of people make fun of me and all this stuff, and then it happens like we say, and then after I bring up the video, and then I'm still fat and bald. So Elon Musk will be more dangerous. We predicted the falling out between Elon Musk and Donald Trump. And everyone we went viral on Facebook with that video. There's going to be a falling out between Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Watch, I went into details too in the video, why it's going to happen. Then everyone called me clickbait boy, and I was fat and bald. Yeah, clickbait boy, fat and bald. And it happened like we said. Just like we said. So, yeah. And that reminds me of that video we made back, was in 2013. I made a video. One of my first videos were taken down off my channel was in 2014. In 2013, I made a video called Cancer is a Parasite and the Cure to It is Baking Soda. That was in 2013 we published that video. It went semi-viral, and then it got taken down for, I think it was harassment and bullying, because medical misinformation did not exist then. It was called harassment and bullying. They took it down for, or misleading or something. And it was taken down in 2015, I remember. If you guys remember that video, this is way back. If you remember, I was still living in Vancouver. If you guys remember that video, Cancer is a Parasite and the Key is Baking Soda. And they took that video went semi-viral. Everyone called me Clickbait Boy. And they took the video down in 2015. I still remember that was one of my first videos taken down off of YouTube. And so where it is, Stromer's social media ban, the reinvention of surveillance states. Yep, this is all bullshit. They want control of people calling out the corruption. That's all it is. They want total control. They don't want to be called out. And accountability for governments is right now through the roof. They can't pull the trigger on a pandemic because no one's going to believe them anymore. That's the video I made the other day asking, okay, well, Europe's burning. It's protesting. It's falling. They can't pull the trigger on a pandemic. That's done. Hot war, it's over. We're done. What is it? Alien invasion next? Operation Bluebeam? What's next? Right? Or an alien first encounter? Right? B system. Elon goes to Mars. I don't trust Elon as far as I could throw him. I'm telling you guys don't have to agree with me. Elon Musk is going to be more dangerous than Bill Gates. Mark my words. Mark these words down. Mark them. So more sad news coming out of Canada I want to throw out here for you guys. Toxic drug deaths down, but feds warn of opioid crisis far from over. Toxic drug deaths are down because the Canadian proper is getting wiped out. Entire families were getting wiped out. We did a Vancouver's Dying series back in 2016 or 2015. It's on the channel. It's on the YouTube channel. Vancouver's Dying series we did. And a lot of our videos were being deleted at the time. We're filming downtown East Side, Vancouver, all the way up, all the way to Stanley Park, and looking at all the homeless situation and the breakdown of society. We've done quite a few videos, documented videos, when I lived in Vancouver. At Stadium. I lived at Stadium, so I went out there, right out my door, people pushing shopping carts, people on corners, people on drugs, and it's because the Canadian proper is dying off. The Canadian proper, entire families wiped out by opioid overdoses, fell 23% over 2025, saying new numbers from Health Canada. And the sad part is the people that they're targeting are dying off. And that's the truth of the matter with that. And we did predict to you guys, they're going to start staging fake fentanyl and opioid bust overdoses. So Canadians look like they're doing something for America. Because I told America, wake up. Canada's your biggest threat, not Iraq. And where's the opioid and all these drugs and these precursors and fentanyl coming from? China. Mark Carney was put in place, and we told you back in November 2022. Mark Carney's coming in to protect Chinese communist interests. Now we're seeing less opioid deaths, overdoses falling 23%. It's because the people they're targeting and the Canadian proper are dying. The people that built the country, the people that serviced the country, the people look for opportunity when their parents and grandparents came from Europe to build this country, are dying. Yeah. All right. So we sent out a few warnings about this. Nothing big, but How AI data centers are draining America's water and power. I guess global warming and climate change, or whatever the hell they call it this week, is gone. So, Edison Electric Institute reports that data centers could require up to 300 gigawatts of power by 2030. Through Schneider Electric estimates vary widely from 6.5 to 65.3 gigawatts, exposing deep uncertainty. Utilities are using inflated projections to justify rate hikes and infrastructure expansions, with EEI admitting that the bias is towards corporate growth, not consumer needs. Central Texas data centers consume 463 million gallons of water in 2023 and 2024, and Texas data centers are projected to use 49 billion gallons in 2025 and 400 billion by 2030. Globally, data centers consume 448 terawatt hours of electricity and 4.5 trillion liters of water last year, with projections doubling 945 terawatt hours and 9.3 trillion liters in 2030. So we already covered this before. I just wanted to bring it up again. And the nukes stay. China and North Korea are building something bigger. See, China is in a... See, what's... Okay, here's what's happening here. Reread this. The nukes stay. China and North Korea are building something bigger. The most important message from Chinese President Xi Jinping's two-day Pyongyang earlier this month, and what remained unsaid. So, this is it right here. This is what you need to know. Now, China knows it's in a corner, right? The Vietnamese hate China. The Philippines hate China. Every country. South Korea hates. Every country surrounding China dislikes China, because China is basically the big bully that's pushing people around. China's going through a crisis, a population crisis. They're in decline, and it's going to be exposed soon. I promise you guys, it will be exposed soon. I'm not sure who's supposed to come forward to tell people this, but there's 400 million people in China, and 200 million of them are over 60. No one's been listening to us for the last 15 years. I'm hoping, hello, Joe Rogan, Russell Brand, a real person, Tucker Carlson. Get someone on your show that knows what they're talking about, because now the people that know what they're talking about are saying China doesn't have 1 billion people. Okay? India probably has 200-300 million. I'm telling you guys the truth. But, come on, hello, Joe Rogan, get this message. Get someone on your show that knows what I'm talking about. Get someone on there that knows what they're talking about. So you could say, wow. They've been lying to us this whole time. I know this is controlled information distribution, and the information needs to go out at a certain time, but get it out now. Because China, I'm warning you guys, is going to get dirty. And when they team up with North Korea, the big banana there in North Korea, it's going to be nothing but problems. Because already, all around the globe, African countries are asking the Chinese to get out. You know what I'm saying? The Chinese laundered trillions of dollars through Canadian, Australian, New Zealand, UK real estate, and the blue states of America, laundering trillions of dollars, bidding wars, and artificial shortages. Now, they're going to do something, because they know they're in a population decline. They know something's up. Maybe what I've been saying all these years, that there's going to be a war between America and China on Canadian soil. America versus China on Canadian soil. And a lot of the boomers and liberals will fight for China. We made this video back in 2018. If China invades Canada, who would you fight for? We asked you guys that already. Because it's going to come down to that. Everything is pointing down to that. But I guess, I don't know. It's going to have to take a lot of lives lost before people start realizing that what we're saying is happening. And take accountability on it, and actually start fixing some of these problems, right? Why did we deal with communists in the first place? It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense to deal with communists and then Canada say, we don't like you, America, no more. Even though 80% of our trade goes down to America. America does not need Canada for nothing. And I've been telling you guys this for the last 10 years. Oh, they need our potash in Canada. America has more potash than you could. All they have to do is create 30,000 private sector jobs, and you got a potash industry in America. Oh, they need our oil. No, they don't. They got West Texas Intermediate crude, some of the best oil in the world. They don't need nothing from Canada. And I'm telling you, China's going to fight for its assets in Canada because China owns all these mines in Canada, all these coal mines, all these lithium-ion mines. They own everything in Canada. The Chinese are going to protect their assets. They're going to protect their trillions of dollars in empty towers they own, empty condo towers all across Canada owned by Chinese. All empty. Watch. Watch. All right. Okay, we got a bit of hope coming out of France. Change everything without destroying anything. French presidential election frontrunner right-winger Jordan Bardella wants to revamp the obsolete European Union. So somebody wants to modernize Europe, maybe get Macron out. We told you guys Macron, right? Emmanuel Macron appointed less than 7 prime ministers during his 2 catastrophic mandates. We covered, and Macron finished. Back in 2019 with the Yellow Vest movement, the protesters, the firemen, the police were dropping their gear and joining the protesters in France. And Macron was finished. Then they pulled the trigger on a pandemic to shut it all down. But, oh well, no one saw the patterns. Nobody saw it. And then they all ran to go take a vaccine. Oh, I took a vaccine. Yep. Hey, Steve. Steve Alati's there saying hi. How you doing, buddy? Sandy for Freedom, how you doing? Joe is buddies with Dan White. I have no idea who Dana White is. India never implemented a one-child policy. It doesn't matter about that. That's a myth. That's all a myth, guys. Don't believe what they're telling you. Well, I'm going to believe some bald Portuguese guy in Canada? Fat, bald Portuguese guy in Canada? Why not? I'm not getting paid here. Why am I telling you this for? Why am I misinforming you for? Why? Why is the fat, bald Portuguese man misinforming you? Why? What do I have to gain? Tell me exactly what I'm going to gain by lying to you. Right? Yeah, they own 35 to 40% of our farmland too. I've been telling America, watch when Americans, and I've made the video multiple times, watch when America does a private investigation to find out how much CCP, Chinese Communist Party, farmland is owned in Canada. Watch. And watch when they found out how much of that farmland borders America. Watch. And then in 2-3 years, Joe Rogan's going to have someone on his show tell you exactly what we're telling you today. Oh, wow. It's like, yeah, you've been told already. And everyone keeps saying we keep stealing Alex Jones' speaking pieces. No. It's the other way around. We don't watch those people. Those people watch us for key points and discussion pieces and word salads. It's been like that for the last 15 years. All right. Oh, I love this segment of the show. All right, guys, let's head over to Forbidden News. Yeah. Forbidden News for Canadians. Showing you news that will never appear in Canada because it's racist. All right, let's get going here. So imagine this was, what the heck is going on? What the heck is going on? What the hell? I know there's 2 sides to a story, man. Holy crap. And Memorial Day fight. You got the annual Memorial Day fight. Here it is, folks. You'll never see this on Canadian news. Never. The annual Memorial Day fight was on a bus this year, folks. And let's move on. I don't know what the heck is going on here. This is in Washington, D.C. Youths rioted and brawled in a Chipotle. Now, watch this. Watch the video, guys. You're going to see a man standing to the right with his kid. Watch this. You're going to see a man standing to the right. And they're shaking in their boots with his children right there, scared. Look at that. The children hugging their father, worried that they're going to get hit by a chair or a table. What the heck? Guys, agree to disagree. What the hell is this shit? And you can't see this news in Canada. Oh, they will never mention the frightened family in the corner there. Agree to disagree. What's wrong with you guys? Look at this shit. Look at this shit. So, there it is right there. 300 teens turn trampoline park upside down in St. Louis. Police question where their parents are. So, I don't know what the heck is going on with these teen takeovers. And man sucker punches a 12-year-old dance student. Remember last year we covered this on the street. Sentenced to 7 years in prison, finally. There's a kid outside dancing with his friend. Guy comes up, boom! Knocks him out cold. We covered this last year. Was it 2024? Was this 2024, guys? I can't remember. But the guy that hit him now got 7 years in prison for it. So that's kind of good that they're actually doing something about that. I'd like to know in the comments, what would you do if that was your 12-year-old son there? And this guy, Cedric, came over and just punched him in the head. Sentenced to 7 years in prison. So there it is right there. And what is this? New York. Is this... Yeah, during the Knicks celebrations in New York, no one could celebrate and kumbaya and just be grateful with each other. And it's crazy what the heck is going on. It just doesn't make any sense. Guys, agree to disagree. Jesus, man. And fight at Chuck E. Cheese. I mean, you can't go anywhere anymore without getting, like, a risk of getting knocked out or punched in the head or something. Somebody's thing is flashing there. I think their sandwich is ready. I think that thing is flashing there. And shots fired in Times Square during... Oh, here it is. Wow. Well, you can't make this up, guys. You can't make this up, man. You can't make this up. Look at that, breaking windows. Look at that, kicking their feet through the police vehicle there. And illegal migrants filmed stealing from cash machine in the UK. Right? You won't see this on Canadian news. No way. Unless they were white. And meanwhile in Canada...
Don't tell us where to drive, that's a racist, dog. That new Drake is fire too, my guy. Everybody grab some weapons and let's be gangster rappers.
So they're promoting violence against whites there. Everyone grab some weapons and be gangster rappers. And this is in Italia. And the police is getting taken out right there. Right there. Police is getting taken out right there. Police are overrun. Another night of riots in Belfast. Ireland's burning. They're done. The people, especially Northern Ireland, they're not going to take shit. Northern Ireland are predominantly Catholic. They're not going to take this shit anymore. They're done. Crusades 2.0 all the way. They're done with it. They're done. They're finished. Pipers play Scotland the brave as thousands of Scots march to Boston's Fenway Park. Look at that. You see right there? You know what you're looking at right there? The people that built the country. These are the people that crafted, built, maintained, expanded the United States. These are the guys right here that built Canada. Right there. Right there. These are the guys. One of the first arrivals. Not the first arrivals, but the first arrivals to come and expand and build and settle with families. Right there. And massive demonstrations in Rome after immigrant slit girl's throat in Florence. This was last week, right? Yeah, no, this was a few days ago, actually. Massive demonstrations in Rome, Italy, after this week an African immigrant slit a girl's throat in Florence. Italians thus joined the English at the wave of protesting demanding mass deportations. There it is right there, folks. Massive demonstrations in Rome after migrant slits girl's throat. And right here, Chinese scammer arrested in his underpants. A Chinese fugitive wanted for cyber fraud and arrested during a condo raid in Bangkok. Oh, there it is. There's his money. I wish Canada could crack down on all this dirty Chinese gangs and dirty Chinese money laundering and dirty Chinese fentanyl and the trillions of dollars in our real estate. I wish Canada could do that. A Moroccan Muslim set fire to a church in Villa Stanza, Italia. So there it is. A church has probably been standing there for a couple of hundred years. Easily. A couple of hundred years. And now is getting burnt to the ground because of a Muslim man, for some reason, that doesn't like a country with Christian principles. And German police clashed with demonstrators during a tense Berlin Naxa protest. Yeah. Yep. And China under fire for racist Natasha doll toy. So this is the Natasha doll toy that China is selling. And basically, people are making videos of burning it, chopping it up, throwing it off a plane, throwing it off a balcony, throwing it into a pool, throwing it into the garbage. Chinese are doing that with showing their explicit racist hatred towards black people. And, yeah, there it is right there. And thousands of patriots take over the streets of Liverpool today. The fight is back on, and this was from 2 days ago. Thousands of patriots took to the streets of Liverpool today, waving English flags and sending a tall and powerful show of resistance against the open border policies, crime, and cultural erosion that have devastated communities across the UK. This massive demonstration proves the fight back is real, and people demand their country back and refuse to stay silent any longer. That's it. It's game over. Oh, you posted something online. We're going to arrest you. Are we going to arrest the whole country now? And banned investigation proves no plane hit the Pentagon 9/11. And then if this goes pretty deep on the channel, it goes deep on our previous YouTube channel that was taken down in 2011, 2012. Our previous YouTube channel was taken down because we were into this. We were into all of this stuff. None of it made any sense. Nothing added up. And, yeah, I guess it takes a whole 20, 30 years to figure out that, hey, yeah, where's the fuselage? Where's the black box? Oh, no, we recovered the black box. Where's the fuselage? Where's the luggage? Where are the seats? Where are the passengers? Where's anything? And we're just asking simple questions. And riot police have resorted to using water cannons to deter protesters in Kenya. Again, no confidence in government in any African country. It's all bullshit. And again, the Chinese run corruption through Africa, stealing their resources and minerals while the people fight on the streets to divide. And patriots march in Liverpool, police lose control. Again, more. Patriot March in Maidstone, Kent. It was Maidstone, Kent today. And there it is right there. And Nigerian Christians are the latest to join the Justice for Henry Nowak movement. Nigerian Christians demand justice for Henry Nowak. So there it is right there. Nigerian Christians to join justice. It is incredible to see the whole world behind Henry and his family. And our prayers go to Henry and his family. And tensions flared in London as clashes broke out during a demonstration, drawing attention to growing debates around immigration. Again, it's all about the UN Migration Pact that was signed. Trudeau signed the UN Migration Pact in November 2018. Mike in the Night's up. Mike in the Night 2018 UN Migration Pact is up. Video is up. We were already reporting on it then before all these influencers showed up to tell you what you already know. UK plans faster removal of illegal social media content like this after Belfast riots. So UK is passing laws again to hide what is really going on. So this guy's following a girl out of a bar. Well, the guy wasn't in the bar. He's just following her. And these guys are trying to say, leave her alone. She's not interested. Leave her alone. She ain't interested in you, bro. And she's following him. He's telling him to get lost, basically. And here is a brutal attack here. This was in Europe here. It's a migrant again attacking somebody. That person's got a cane too. Oh, it's an old lady. Oh, it's an old lady. It's an old lady. It's an old lady. Yeah, it's an old lady. Biggest festival happening throughout June. Oh yeah, June is a big festival month in Portugal, guys. A big festival in Portugal. Just want you guys to know. A lot of cities are going to be partying it up in June. June is festival month in March in Portugal. Also, Glasgow, Scotland, anti-immigration protests. Again, it'll all go back to the UN Migration Pact. People are just fed up. They want the countries back, and that's just it. Stop pretending everything is fine. Yeah. And Brussels. Migrant riots erupt in Brussels as police firefighters come under attack. This was a week ago. It's a little bit older. I'm sorry. But people need to know what's happening. Especially if they plan on vacationing in this part of the world. At least you got a little heads up. You're going to find burning bikes on the street. You're going to find a lot of issues, guys. And people protesting at police stations now, calling them traitors. Yeah, yeah. Oh, it is Templar. It is a Templar also in July, guys. 9th through 12th of July in Tomar, Portugal is going to be Templar. It's going to be the Templar Renaissance Festival in Portugal, where the Templars originated and where the Templars re-originated and recuperated in Portugal before going out to explore the rest of the world. And Five Guys employee seeks refuge behind a counter as a group attacks him. So that's the employee right there. Holy crap. What is going on? Are you gotta be kidding me? Can't people agree to disagree, man? Wow, this is beyond. I don't know what to tell you guys. This never shows up in Canadian news. You'll never see this in Canadian news. Windsor, Ontario, average municipal taxpayer burden. Windsor, 56 to 100,000 homeless. And it's all Canadian people homeless. You don't see a single Chinaman, an Indian, nobody. It's all Canadian people with the opioid drugs we were warning you about is about wiping out Canadians and Canadian families. They don't get hired, not because they're homeless. It's because they're not hiring white people. They're not hiring your kind now. That's how it works in Canada, because they're not getting paid by wage subsidies, right? So Belfast 2026, more burning. Northern Ireland, second night. This is already a week old, guys. I'm just kind of showing you guys what the heck is going on here. Anyways, guys, that is forbidden news for Canadians. I wanted to pull that together for you guys because a lot of this stuff just doesn't appear on Canadian media. No one hears about it. It doesn't exist. All right. Okay, what time is it? All right, 1 hour on the dot. Let us get in. Let's start getting in some callers here who wants to call in Mike of the Night. We'll just stick around here for 15, 20 minutes and see if we get anyone to call in. And you can just add me on Instagram. Add me on Instagram. Add me on Instagram. And you're more than welcome to call in. Just message me. Just go ahead and message me. And I will... Okay, so somebody sent me... Looks like someone sent a picture. Oh, okay. It's just a FIFA thing with a homeless tent below it. All right, let me just check. Let me do my due diligence. Let me check and see. We got no guests lined up. Nobody wants to come on the show guest-wise because they don't find me as a credible person. So I've asked quite a few people if they wanted to team up and stuff, but unfortunately, because I'm not credible... I'm not getting paid, basically, is what it is. I don't get paid to be here, so I'm considered dangerous, right? And that's why if you want to support this transmission, guys, I'm going to ask you guys very, very, very politely to share this transmission. If you guys want to support this transmission, share it. That's all. Not asking you for anything. Share the damn thing. All right. If you don't mind sharing this for me, I would appreciate it very much. Yeah, Shitcouver, Vancouver. I should get Glenn to take videos for us. He's down there. Just make some, not horizontal, vertical videos. Hey, it's Glenn here, Canada's most popular homeless guy for reporting for Mike in the Night. Look at these streets here. Look at this avenue. Where are all the homeless people? What's going on here? Then Glenn, you could send me the video on Instagram Messenger, the whole video, and I'll just take it and play it on Mike in the Night, right? Baratari H1K saying you're very credible. All of the observations you make about Canada are happening where I live in San Diego as well, 100%. Luke 1940, Jesus states, I tell you, he replied, if they keep quiet, the stones will cry out. Jeff is saying I live in my car. Glenn is saying I've been doing that on X lately. I can't go live on Instagram. No, you don't have to go live. If you want to send us some clips from Mike in the Night, I will go ahead and use them for you too. We'll use them. Glenn is our official spokesperson for downtown Vancouver streets. All right, let's see who else is here. Let's see if we can get a caller on the show. I was hoping to get Supreme Cannon on tonight, but he's got some family stuff he needs to take care of, and no big deal. We'll just play him up for next week if he can make it next week. We'll just play up Supreme Cannon, stronger, bigger, and better. And he's gonna come on. And he's gonna put on a show and a half for us, boy. Oh boy, is he ever! So we're currently streaming on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I think we're still on Kick. And we're on Rumble. Guys, Rumble is the lowest performance we have right now. On Rumble, we are down Guys, we are down 10 subscribers for the year. We're down negative 10 for the whole year on Rumble. Woo! 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 Anyways. Okay, our kick is going. I'm just checking everything else out here for you guys. All right. Mind Prisons is saying, good show. Thanks, Mind. Go watch our old stuff on mikeofthenight.org. Go watch stuff from like 5, 6, 4, 3, 2 years ago. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. All right. Okay, guys, message me on Instagram. We'll open the window for 15 minutes. If we can't get any callers, we'll wrap up the show. Not a problem. We already got all our headlines in. I had to say what I had to say. If you have something to say, you come on here and tell us. If you don't, that's okay. We'll see you next week. All right. Let me see if I have any message requests. We don't have a single message request. No hidden requests. Yeah. Nothing. Okay. I'll just read your comments for a while. On this June the 15th, 2026, episode 655 of Mike of the Night. Sports are just not appealing. Yeah, sports all bullshit. Soccer has been all one-sided reffing. It's all been the whistle controlling the game. If you look at the last World Cup, Argentina lost their first match in the group phase. I forgot who they played. And they were losing their second match. And the referee got the earpiece. Argentina needs to win. And the referee just helped Argentina right through the whole World Cup. They got 8 or 9 penalties in their favor. What a disaster. What an absolute disaster. Right? Every World Cup's been fixed. Spain, all those World Cups were fixed. Falling to the ground, hitting the ground. All garbage. Go rewatch the Spain World Cup. Watch every game. Watch the match against Portugal and you'll see what I'm talking about. Be like, what's going on? The referee's blind. Someone saying your migrants are getting $8,000 a month from the government and now they're driving brand new vehicles. Of course they are. No, sports have been scripted for a long time. We're just starting to see it now because it's become obvious now. Right? If you go back even to the 2006, 2010, go watch all those World Cups again. You'll see how the referee is helping. Look who wins the World Cup and watch every game they played and you'll be like, shit, the referee is helping these guys. The ref is helping these guys win. Because they're all betting. Remember the CIA in 2009 raided, or 2010? The CIA raided the FIFA offices? It was all match fixing. It was all internal betting. It was all garbage. I had a caller lined up for this show, but he's at World Cup festivities at the moment. Yeah. America lost the Iran war. We told you they're not going to win this war. This war was purposefully set up for them to lose it. Yeah. Yep, a bunch of NBA players and coaches got caught betting this year and arrested. Yeah, FIFA was doing it for years, though. FIFA was doing it, I mean, like in the 1982 World Cup, do you know how many people were caught inside betting? And then after, there was so many Italian players got banned, because in 82, Italy won the World Cup again. They won the World Cup in 82, and that was so controversial. And so many players got banned from soccer, and so much inside betting. Holy shit! Yeah. The war is a distraction. Yep, that's what it was. We told you guys. Go watch our old videos, guys. Yeah. Two years to go, guys. Shit's gonna be insane in 3 years. Yeah. Yeah. All right, who's gonna be the first to call in tonight on Mike of the Night? Very simple. You have Instagram, message me. Everyone has Instagram. Apparently 1.6 billion people have Instagram, so there shouldn't be no excuse why you can't call into the show. But, I'm getting what people are saying. I spoke to quite a few people in the last 2 weeks to get them to come on the show, and they said they're afraid. They're scared. They told me straight up, I'm scared, Mike. I'm scared to speak up on what's going on. I'm scared to come forward and tell people what's happening in my neighborhood. I'm scared. What do they say to me? I don't want to get arrested for calling out the Canadian sell-off. People are scared. People are scared. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. Oh, Dino's saying easy on the Italians. No, it's nothing about that. It's just those specific incidents happened. It's on newspapers. It made headlines. So if somebody wants to go back and say, what the hell is Mike talking about this 82 World Cup? Then they start to see like all these players banned and all the match fixing. They're like, holy shit. But it's not anything against the Italians. It's that everything is corrupt. It doesn't matter. It's all corrupt. It's all bought and paid for. Yeah, self-censorship. Thank you, Glenn. Yeah. Don't follow any sports billionaires playing millionaires pockets of these areas. Yeah, I just I'm a Portuguese and I like soccer and it's in my blood. I watch Portuguese club soccer with my son. We like to. I went to the World Cup qualifying in Portugal when I visited Portugal because I really wanted to see Ronaldo play before I pass away. I wanted to see him play once in real life. And I got to see 2 back-to-back games with Portugal. It was Portugal and Ireland, and I forgot what the other one was. We saw them both. It's on video on YouTube if you guys want to see it. I just want to believe that there's something right out there or something. I don't know, you know? And lately, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've been feeling very negative as of lately. Just negative vibe through me. It's not hate. I'm not feeling hate right now. I'm not. I just feel more remorse. I feel more like I've accepted the fact that we've lost. I've accepted the fact that we've lost. I knew, and we made that live stream in 2018, November. I knew it. Once Justin Trudeau signed that UN migration pact to open borders, and just open the borders to the third world, not Europeans, not Australians, like third worlders. And if there was a third worlder living in Europe and wanted to come to Canada, they had an open passage to come in from Europe. If there were a third worlder, if they were a Christian or Catholic, they can't come in. I knew once that UN migration passed, and I told people, oh, this U party in Hungary is going to be good. It's going to be good for the people. Hungarian, Oborov is out, and this, that. You're done. First thing Hungary is going to do is sign that UN migration pact. 4 months later, after we said it, they signed the UN migration pact now. To open borders to migrants. We've lost. And I need to come to grips And I need to come to accepting the truth. It's hard for me to accept that we gave this Canada gave itself away. And I'm a Portuguese living in Canada. I was never allowed to identify as a Canadian, as a Portuguese. I would put down on a job application Portuguese. They'd call me in and want to knock my teeth out. I've worked at jobs where they called me the Portuguese and the N-word. In Toronto, in Canada. The deportations of Portuguese. 2006, 7, and 8. Rounding up the Portuguese and all the kids in high schools. Rounding up police vehicle road blitzes. Hating the Portuguese. Just hating us. Deporting thousands of us in 2006, 7, and 8. And then after, Canada loses its backbone and then opens its doors to the world after the country is built. It's like, I gotta come to grips. I've gotta come to the conclusion, and I have to accept it. I'm not saying we surrender, but I need to. No one's coming to save us unless there's some sort of biblical intervention that happens. And that's why we keep saying to you guys, get right with your family. Get right with God. Have a friend named Jesus. Because it's coming. I just can't believe Canada gave itself away so much, so fast. Why? I knew in 2010 something wasn't right when I was living in Vancouver. I'd go to look at a house to buy a home for me and my family, to raise my family. And the bidding wars. There was Chinese people on the phones, on like Skype. They had Skype then, looking at a house. House was $1 million over asking. House sells 800,000, 600,000 over asking. And there's Canadian people standing there looking at each other like, how are we going to afford to live in our own country? And that was in 2010, and I started getting vocal and making videos. And then we have our first channel termination in 2012. Because we're calling out the Olympics, we're calling out all the fraud and all the shit that was happening. And then it's like completely sold. Like, how do we... And then the government in 2020 thought it was a good idea to bring in 5 million Indians to try and fix our housing crisis. Put 30, 40 to a room. You can't make this stuff up. How do we win this? And then when you're going to ask, well, Mike, what do you want to win? Well, what happened to the idea of Canada? Where did the idea of Canada go? Because it was a good idea on paper in the 40s, 50s, 60s, up into the 90s. It was a great idea up until the 1990s. What happened to that? What happened to a secondary Europe? Like, okay, you got Europe, but then you got Canada in the 80s was just booming. You had the Italians, you had the Portuguese, you had the Greeks, you had the Polish. The Polish came in the 90s, but you had the Hungarians. You know, they really worked together to build this country. Right? You had the Scottish, you had the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th generation Canadian. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th generation Canadians living here. And we all got along with each other. We all fixed each other's homes. We had block parties. We cared for each other's kids. I don't know if I'll ever see that Canada again that I remember. I don't know anymore. I don't know what to say anymore to you guys. I'm not surrendering, but I just need to accept that we're losing. We're losing. bad. And I don't know. I don't know. Then the fentanyl started pouring in from China. Then trillions of dollars started getting laundered through our real estate. Trillions. You go to PEI, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, you're bought out. You walk Chinese people everywhere with SUVs and Humvees and beautiful sports cars, just taking it all over. Why did Canada think it was a good idea to deal with communist China? Why? They own our mines. They own everything. They own the mines that are worth owning. They own them. 2 big major gold mines, biggest coal mine in BC, lithium ion mines in Alberta. They've taken it all over. And then what's going to happen when Americans find out about the farmland that the Chinese own in Canada? That's going to come up soon. You heard it here first. But it's going to come up soon. The farmland, Chinese-owned farmland in Canada is going to be a big deal. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know why. The Chinese are good. They bring money. They destroyed our country. They destroyed Australia. They destroyed New Zealand. They destroyed the blue states of America. They destroyed everything. It makes no sense. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. Yes, someone in the comments saying fentanyl bosses laundered their money through real estate. We covered that. We covered that back in 2013, 2014. The videos are up. Fentanyl and drugs, Chinese gangs laundering. The video's up. You can watch it. Laundering through Canadian real estate. Yep. Empty towers everywhere all over. You go to Lakeshore. You go through Lakeshore, through Mississauga, Toronto, Mississauga, Oakville. You go around the Lakeshore. There. It's all empty towers owned by Chinese people. Just all empty towers. Creating artificial shortages and bidding wars. I don't understand why we just gave our country away like that. It doesn't make any sense to do it. What's the point of getting rid of the Canadian proper? Why? So there's no Canada. If you don't have a Canadian proper in Canada, you don't have a Canada. Because the people in the country make the country. Portugal is Portugal because the people that live in Portugal are Portuguese. Mexico is Mexico because the people that live in Mexico are Mexican. You get me? Argentina is Argentina because the people make the country and the culture of what it is. Argentinians. Now, Australia isn't Australian anymore because you look at it, you see very little to no Australians anymore. They're becoming the minority. New Zealand, you walk around parts of New Zealand, you'll see suited and vested Chinese military walking around New Zealand. Why? Why is this? Why are they allowing and selling us out? What is the point? What's Canada? What is Canada? If the Canadian proper ceases to exist in Canada, you don't have a Canada anymore. Right? They could call it whatever the hell they want to call it. It's not Canada anymore because the people living here aren't Canadian. So, anyways, I understand if you guys don't want to come on the show. I talked to about 15, 20 people this last week that comment and email me. And they're scared. They're scared to come on the show. Well, if there's one thing you guys could do for me, at the least, is maybe just share this for me, at least. I don't get paid to be here, so if you guys could share this video for me, that's all I ask. There's nothing more. That's all I want to ask of you guys. There has to be someone to call in. Yeah, a lot of people work for the government and they're not allowed. Yeah, I know. So, all right, guys. I'll give you guys the Instagram if you want to call in again. And if we don't get a caller, that's fine. I'll be back next week again. I don't mind having a short show. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. Give you guys my Instagram one last time. And someone says Corrine is saying the Canadian culture is dead. All right, I'll give you guys my Instagram here again. All right, just send me a message and oh, Anna Key's back. What's up, Anna Key? Hello.
Mike,
Hello? Yes.
I've been listening to your talk
Yeah.
and how everybody's sort of afraid to say anything.
Yeah.
And did they give any real reasons why they're afraid to not say anything?
Well, quite a few people that I've messaged in the last 10, 15 days. I've been messaging like 95% of people in the last, let's say, 100 emails I've received from people, personal emails of people sending me links to news stories, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I would reply to them, every single person. I'd reply to them for the last 15 days, 100 plus emails. Here's the link to last Mike in the Night. Can you come on Mike in the Night? It's very simple. You're messaging me here on Instagram with a reel. Can you come on the show? All you have to do is just call you, and that's it. And most people don't want to call into the show. They're telling me the same thing, that either they work for the government and they're not allowed to, or that's a popular one, or they're afraid of losing their job, or they are afraid of being arrested or going to jail for speaking up about what's happening in their area or their neighborhood.
So everybody's running scared because they're quite happy to be upset and not sort of really accept what's going on around them. Yet they're not prepared to sort of call a spade a spade. They're not prepared to say, hey, I've got a different opinion to you and I'm sorry, but this isn't right. It's all about I think it's going to boil down to what's right and what's wrong. And the minute you've got everybody sitting there carrying in the corner, the wrongs does really well. And this is what's kind of going on at the moment. Too many people are too afraid to say, hey, that's wrong.
Right. And we were taught our whole lives between right and wrong, and we're seeing wrong right in front of our faces.
Yeah, constantly. And it's just coming up all the time. And people defending their own homes are being charged. People, like people doing the right thing are being punished.
Yeah.
So you're seeing a lot of people being punished for doing the right thing, and that's making everybody scared. But the thing is, fear is not a way to live. You've got, everybody's got to start getting a backbone. They've just got to go, hang the consequences. This is wrong.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And this is sort of what's going on in Ireland, which I sort of think but they've got Colin McGregor standing up. Is it Colin McGregor, the fighter, standing up, and he's behind them, and but he could have been vilified, and well, he probably has been all over the media and all over the news. But you've got to kind of accept the vilification as a badge of honor now.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody turns around and sort of says, "Oh, you shouldn't think like that," I go, "Oh, hang on a minute. I'm so sorry, but I don't agree with you." I called a very good friend recently a champagne socialist, and he's talking about voting for the Greens, and I said a bunch of communists, and he hasn't spoken to me since.
Well, people can't see, that's how they get you. They want you divided.
Yeah, well, the division is going, you just have to basically let the chips fall.
Mm-hmm.
There's been plenty of situations where I could have lost my entire business over a certain situation that occurred, and I had to do an affidavit on behalf of another person inside another company that were taking on another company and all of that sort of stuff. Now, that could have caused ripples all over the place, and I could have been absolutely, vilified and crucified. And as it turned out, nothing happened. And I started to feel really good about the fact that I stood up for what I believed in, and stood up for what was fair, and what I saw as, this is wrong. It's wrong. What's going on everywhere, it's all over. It's wrong. I'm seeing it too often. Wrong, wrong, wrong. And slowly but surely, courtesy of lot of things happening in Australia, I actually think that more people are showing that they have got a backbone, and they are putting their money where their mouth is. And I sent a link inside the the chat that talked about the One Nation campaign, and about our Labor politician Anthony Albanese, and how he went to the people and basically said, we will not increase the GST, and we will not add a capital gains tax, and we will not do all these things. Vote for us, we're going to look after you. And he's completely shifted that position, and now sort of goes, well, circumstances have changed, and we're going to basically bring in policies that are going to literally slaughter the rest of the entrepreneurs that are left in this country and small business. And everybody's starting to go onto the One Nation site, where they sort of said, oh, we need to fight, I've forgotten what it's called now, Fire the Liar, and we need to fight that, and we need a fighting war chest. And they set it up for $225,000 that they wanted to, have as donations in a GoFundMe. And it's currently up to 4,400,000, with 69,770 Australians.
Okay, can I predict something here?
Yeah.
Anyone that donated to that fund in the future, in the next couple of weeks or couple of days, they're going to start calling it you're funding terrorism. Watch. They're going to label it like that. Watch. I've never lied to you in my life. Now,
is this like the trucker, when they completely wiped out people that looked after the truckers?
They're going to look at those people and say they're calling them terrorists. I have a question here. Hold on. This is a legit one here, because this is what I'm getting from people. There's a difference between vilification and losing one's job and becoming homeless. That's where people in Canada are at. People in Canada are not like people living in Oklahoma. People in Canada paid $1 million for their house, okay? And people in Oklahoma paid $140,000 for their house with land, and they have guns to protect their land in America. Canada, your neighbors to people that don't like you, and it's your city. If you're in a Canadian city, it's completely empty. And it's a complete disaster. So Canadians have their back to the walls. And that's why in 2021, we were talking about how they're going to force everyone on a vaccine to keep their job, so they keep their 6-figure government income job, so they don't lose that $1 million house that they bought that you could buy in Oklahoma for 40 grand. You see what I'm trying to say to you? So Canadians have a lot more to lose because they put more on the line. Right?
Yeah, we've got it here. Exactly the same. We've got the same situation.
Yeah. Eduardo sent me a coffee. Thanks, Eduardo. Sent me a super chat. Thanks, Eduardo.
Oh, good on you, Eduardo. Yes, well, it's the fear. It's the fear of working, for 20 years and building assets and having a dream and having that completely destroyed. But the problem is that no matter what you do, it's going to be destroyed anyway. So you might as well stand up. You might as well say, this is wrong. And I don't think that you can put me in jail for saying, hey, I think the fact that the government are wasting money on whether a man can identify as a woman and then claim that he can be pregnant and not be discriminated against. So that's wrong as far as I'm concerned. It's wrong, 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 wrong. And all of these government bodies that have been set up and all of this legislation and everything that's it's eating itself. We are just so overgoverned and so overtaxed and so overworked and just drowning in ridiculous paperwork absolutely everywhere that it's kind of the minute the backbone starts to form. I understand your situation. I hadn't even considered that that particular GoFundMe was going to be, the government might behave like the Trudeau government did with the truckers but we'll pull your money out of the bank, folks. Get. Oh, now I'm in trouble for saying that.
Yeah, I got a video taken down in 2021?
Oh, God,
2022, I think it was.
I mean, I'm still appalled over the whole trucker situation and everything that happened there and what they did and in around people basically just standing up for their human rights, and it was wrong, and that I'm 100% on the truckers' side. And I don't know. I do know that I'm spending time with a medical at the moment, and not once has anybody asked me, or have I found it on any forms, whether I've been vaccinated or not. And I think that's interesting.
Yep, it's unverifiable.
It's interesting that I'm not being questioned, queried, or asked to tick the box that says I've got a particular vaccination. So that's gone a little bit kind of by the by. They're still trying to do all this stuff, like haven't they got a vaccine for shingles, and haven't they got a vaccine for this, that, and the other? They seem to have a vaccine for frigging stupidity now. Like they got a vaccine for this, that, everything. They've got won't be long. You'll have a shopping list. I'm too fat, I'll take an injection. I'm too stupid, I'll take an injection. I'm too vulnerable to chickenpox, I'll take an injection. We are seriously going to be jabbed to death. But you've got to afford all of this. A friend of mine has just been diagnosed with a cancer. I won't go into the whole scenario of why I think all of this is going on.
Oh, we know why. We know why this cancer is running rampant.
Yeah,
We have remember Anna in 2020. Okay,
Yes.
Do you remember, Anna, in 2021 when we had that vaccinologist doctor on Mike in the Night? Do you remember when we went over the ingredients of what was, because we had the paperwork from the Dearborn, Michigan lab. We got those papers in. We knew what was in the second vaccine. Do you remember what he said?
Yeah.
Turbo cancer, or he didn't call it turbo cancer. He says there's going to be a rise in cancer with this lipid nanoparticle and the reprogramming of the gene sequence. He said that in 2021. Do you remember that? And we're going over the slides.
Yes, that was all very self-evident and very sensible. What was being said there, and it was, like, okay, trust the science. So we had a good look at the science, and what did we find? That it was going to kill you.
Well, he was telling us that there's going to be a rise in breast cancer. There's going to be a rise in colon cancer. You're going to see. He didn't call it turbo cancer. He never coined that term. He said there's going to be an increase in cancer because of the lipid nanoparticles in the vaccine. This was in 2021, Anna. He was telling us.
This is what my friend was just diagnosed with, a reoccurring lump in the breast cancer. But in this case, the cancer has traveled. So it's floating in the liver, it's floating in the bones, it's floating here, there, and everywhere. But they've got this particular medicine now that that is taken over a monthly rotation, and it's $4,000 a month.
4,000 pesos?
4,000 Australian dollars a month to keep this person alive on the PBS, Australian PBS, which is a pension assist sort of what do they call it? Where subsidised. It's a subsidised 4K for pensioners, and for the rest of her life, she's going to be taking a $4,000 drug to keep her alive, but it will not kill the cancer or do anything like that.
Wow.
It's
wow.
Yeah, I just had that kind of chat.
Wow.
I'm going,
That's wow. That reminds me of I don't know how long you've been watching me, Anna, but I remember this 2012 or 2013 video I put up that got me a lot of trouble. I got a 90-day suspension on YouTube. I put up a video called "Cancer is a Parasite and the Key is Baking Soda." And this was like 20.
I don't know that one, but yay.
But that was like in 2013, 24. And then they took down the video, like it started to go viral, and then they took the video down for misinformation. It wasn't medical misinformation yet, because that happened after COVID. They were calling it for like misinformation of sorts. And I'm like, really? Yeah. Like, I'm just giving an opinion, right? And it's like,
well, bad luck around that.
It's like, wow, really? Why? Like, what? Why? It's like, I don't get it, Anna. It's like, I'm not getting paid to be. I've never gotten paid to be on social media. I haven't sold you out.
No, we're just discussing things as a normal person at a dinner table.
Right.
It's dinner table discussion. It's have a 5 o'clock beer with a friend discussion. It's have a coffee with a friend at a cafe discussion. That's all we're doing. We're just taking the cafe out of it and we're having a discussion. It's just a chat. It's just, you're allowed to have your opinion. I'm allowed to have my opinion. This is what my friends have said. This is what your friends have said. I picked up on the baking soda one because that's what I chuck in my bath. I have baking soda baths, and I kind of went, you're kidding. Oh, well, that's probably why I'm as healthy as they come.
Yeah.
But, it's sort of silly. It's just so silly. But the silly part is that the more you cower in the corner, and the more you comply, and the more that you basically sort of fill in the paperwork and jump through all the many thousands of hoops that are being created, the worse things are going to get, and it won't really matter. I mean, we've just had capital gains, like a budget's just come through where your after-tax money that you may have saved and you put it into a business, and then you sell and you work like crazy person and you don't pay yourself for years upon years, but if you then it's successful and you sell it, you have to pay, 30% of whatever, let's say you sell it for 30,000, you'll have to pay 10,000 of that to the government just because.
Mm-hmm.
And that's happening everywhere, and a lot of people are kind of looking at why bother. And when the small business and entrepreneurs are kicked out, we're leaving in the droves. I mean, I could start a new business, and I've got a few in my brain, and I've got another friend that's got a few business plans in their brain, and I hang out with kind of entrepreneurs, so we just kick ideas around.
Mm-hmm.
And currently, the idea is don't start anything in this country.
Right.
She's my other friend, her business, she's going to Asia, she's going to Vietnam, she's exploring Vietnam at the moment, soon, as a possible base. I'm sort of going, well, Thailand's pretty damn good, even though they flip-flop all over the place, but most people don't really care or pay any attention, and it's just pretty easy going. Now that like the Philippines has been on my radar since I came back from Thailand. So what am I doing here when it's they're putting they had another program where if you're an employee, and this is where the PAYEs, employees, the teachers, the police officers, the services that we actually want to give our tax money to, they are on a certain wage, and they are their way of getting ahead used to be to buy a property and what's called negative gear it.
Mm-hmm.
And that property would operate at a loss.
At a loss, yeah.
And you could then take those losses into your kind of PAYE day job money.
Mm-hmm.
So the money you earn in your day job, that could be offset. So every certain amount of money, I don't know how Canada works, if it's the same way, but at 18,200, you're not taxed if you are working. And
Right.
then it slides up to, I don't know, 34,000, and you taxed at 27%. Then it will slide from 34,000 up to 48,000, and you're taxed at 30%. And then you go from 48,000.
They're taxing you to death is what they're doing.
Yeah,
They're taxing.
They bracketed it all the way up, and they're taxed at different levels, and you can offset that tax inside a negative geared property. And the reason that people do it is that that property is supposed to make lots of money when it's being sold, and that money is then going to go into your.
Well, that's why they were propping up your economy with Chinese money laundering. Trillions of dollars were coming into your country to keep those properties going up. Right?
To keep the properties going up.
If they tied wages and incomes to your properties would drop like a rock because no one could afford to live.
Oh, absolutely, and of course then it became a good thing if the property lost money, or the business that you ran lost money. If you could negative gear it, that's a good thing. And and I back ages ago, I was looking for property that you could actually positive gear. There's no such thing, like there's no unless. Yeah, there's just no such thing anymore, positively gear a property, because of the kind of escalation of everything, and the government's into absolutely everything. So now they're going to they're attacking negative gearing and getting rid of that, and it's only allowed for new homes. So any other home is not going to be attached to that, and like they're up to all sorts of shit. And people that are awake to it, and people are actually having to become awake to it, they're being forced into it, and inside being forced into knowing where you stand on an economic working point, and more people are coming back to me, which is the first time it's ever happened, where they're saying, I'm working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for the government, and Thursday and Friday are for me.
Oh,
And people are starting to realize that in
yeah.
this country. And I've been, banging that little drum for such a long time. And it's like, like, what is the freaking point? I don't like tearing my hair out, worrying about whether I've got the client happy, whether I've got the employee happy, whether I've been able to fulfill the shipment or whatever it might be. If it's just being all my hard work, effort, energy, creativity, or ingenuity is just being sucked up by the government, who are employing people that I detest, who are basically sitting there deciding that it's a discrimination case if you as an employer decides that a man identifies as a woman and then sort of basically says that he's going to be pregnant, that you're not allowed to agree with it.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point? And these sort of things are happening, so it won't be long. And they go, oh well, you can still get ahead, don't worry, we're going to look after you, and we're going to look after the new people that are coming in, and don't worry about the immigration and all of that sort of stuff, as everybody's starting to really see the picture. The writing is on the wall.
Right.
It's so on the wall, and that's probably why you're in that lull. I think Canada, really is lost. I don't know, we could be lost if what's going on right now is very similar.
People in Canada are commenting here, I didn't sign up to be in India, and people are saying
yeah,
it's like it's getting really bad, and you guys are getting invaded by Indians too. It's all to try and prop up your housing market. That's all it is. It's all to try and prop up the housing market. Locals can't get into your markets, and the locals Australian can't get in, so that's what the Canadian and all the other governments are doing. But Anna, is there any final words you want to say? I want to get it looks like there's 2 more people that want to call into the show.
Oh, good.
You've got the ball rolling here, Anna.
Good. No, I've got nothing more to say other than have a big think about it all, and have a good decision with yourselves over whether you are going to stand up for what's right or what's wrong, what's fair and not fair.
Right.
And it's time,
Yeah.
Anyway, Mike.
God bless you, Anna.
Yes, God bless you too, and everyone. See you later. Bye.
See ya. Ciao. All right, that's Anna Key to save the day. All right, we got another caller here. We got JS is going to call into the show right now, and Mike of the Night here. Episode 655, Crusades 2.0, Cultural Battle for the West. We'll be right back.
It's 3 a.m. in a one-stop town. Neon buzz and the world shut down. Coffee's cold, but the mic's still warm. There's a storm outside and another reform. Headlights roll down Highway 8. Folks still talking about the state of the state. Bills go up, paychecks stand. Feels like a house always wins. But there's a voice on the air tonight, cutting through that pale moonlight. Mike in the night, on the AM line. Truth coming through like a county sign. You can run, you can hide, you can close your eyes, but you feel that moving deep inside. At 3 a.m. when the silence is broken, old guitar and the truth outspoken, no tell.
Hello?
Good evening, Mike.
All right, guys, we got JS here tonight on Mike in the Night. Thanks for being here, bud.
Hey, Mike. Thanks for doing this broadcast. Wow. I want to give everybody listening a ray of hope. A little bit something good. When I called you last time, I was going down to Nicaragua and checking the country out there. And I have a partner down there. And we found some property. We found a a 70-acre plot in the hills, small hills of southwest Nicaragua. And we're going to put in a farm sanctuary there.
Okay.
We want people to join us and to make this happen. So I'm putting it out there for you, for your listeners, and for your watchers and people who are looking for a place, a sanctuary, a place to hold up in this storm. We're going to make it there. The farm will be completely energy self-sufficient. We'll farm there. We'll have a farm. We'll have livestock. Everything there, and the people who join would be deeded a lot to build a house on, to have their own.
You could build a house in southwest Nicaragua there in the mountains. You could build a house for under $12,000.
Yes, yeah. That's the part of the lure of coming here. There's negatives here, but there's also tremendous positives here.
Well, it's a predominantly Catholic country. You got
yes, sir.
Everyone's united under God.
Yes.
You got the structures that are built there are made with poured concrete and rebar, so they're structured fine for hurricanes, bad weather. You get very little to no mosquitoes there because you got the ocean breeze. You got a lot of positives working for you, especially if you want a farmstead in southwest Nicaragua.
I agree 100%, Mike. That's why we've chosen this place. If I told you all of the twists and turns that got me here, it's crazy. It's a crazy life. But anyway.
So how do people contact you? Hold on. How do people contact you? Well, if they're hearing this transmission and they want to email you, could someone email you and ask you a question? Or
you bet, Mike. I'm up here in the States right now. I want to set up a website and set up. I guess I could do it down in Nicaragua too, but but yes, just get me an email. I'll tell you all about it. We don't have a prospectus. We don't have a site map yet. We just got the survey done on the place, and so we're going to get a site map and get a map of the property, and then develop a site map off that. But I don't have all of that set up. I'm up here to do that, and so we're just in the beginning stages of this.
Okay,
but it offers people like your listeners who know what's going on and know what's happening. We're not looking for anybody, off the street that's looking to make a quick buck or looking to scam or whatever.
Yeah.
We're looking for solid people who want to bring their families, bring themselves, bring their dogs, whatever, and pioneer this property with us. And it will be good. It will be good. This is a good thing. And we have a number of secrets on the property that make this property a gem, an incredible piece, and also opportunity to, as time goes on, buy the land surrounding it too. Mm-hmm. It's Nicaraguan jungle, but it's good. 12 degrees north latitude. You get plenty of sun. Good things. Anyway, Mike, I don't want to keep you going here on this, but get to me. My email. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you want it, but my email.
Go ahead.
Anyway, Mike, yeah, go ahead. Ask me anything.
No, what's the email that people could reach you out? You never know. You might get the right email come through, right? What's the email where people can reach you?
Yes. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for just those few people. We'll need about 40 to start, families, individuals, couples, to start off. But we need 40 good people to come in with us and make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the property can handle much more, many more people on it. But
Of course. Of course.
But anyway, all right, Mike, here it is. John Jeep 56 at gmail.com. So it's JONJEEP 56 at gmail.com. The John is JON, John Jeep, one word, John Jeep 56 at gmail.com. Hope I didn't screw that up too bad, but we're looking for the good folk. We're looking for the people who have eyes, who have realized what's going on in this world. And Mike, my heart goes out to you. When you were talking about, we're losing and God, man, that hit me hard. And it made me realize that our project, it'll be small, but we will have so much benefit to the surrounding areas, the people in the surrounding areas, and also everyone involved with the project.
Right.
Anyway, thank you, Mike, for giving me the forum to talk about this, because I'm not sure how to get this word out. I want it going out to to people, to the good people, the real people.
Yeah.
And so I'm exploring. I was on Josh Sigurdsson's broadcast yesterday, World Alternative Media, and you're the second broadcast that I've been on now to speak of this. But I'm working on getting the word out. But I just have to wait patiently, I guess. And then there's always a question of getting out of the country.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna be able to do it? But
my advice, if I was to give you a nice a piece of advice, I would create a job application form on your end, and then just get people fill it out. And then when they fill that out, they could do it through PDF. They don't have to fill it out and email it to you or any of that crap. They could just PDF it right on the PDF, fill it out on the PDF, and email it back. They don't have to print it off and write it and sign it. You just want to know who you're dealing with. Reading through 3 seconds, 5 seconds, you could judge right off the bat if this person qualifies or is someone you're looking for to add to your colony or your escape of the West, so to say.
Great advice, Mike. Great points.
It won't take you more than 6 seconds to read through and see if that person qualifies. So,
absolutely, yeah. We were going to set it up as like a club membership, a private club membership, and that would, and we want it completely private. This is a private thing. Private to get in. Vetted, we make sure we get the right people, but yes, within 3 seconds of reading the application, yes, I would be able to tell
right off the bat
immediately. Yeah. Well, Mike, gracias, amigo.
De nada. God bless you, brother.
Thank you. People listening, think about this. It's a little bit of a wreck. There are steps to jump through. There are hoops to jump through, but it's a go, and this will happen. So, Mike, thanks.
God bless you.
Thank you, Mike.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night. All right. So he said his email there. Somebody already put it up in the chat. And, okay, well, there's locals are not going to like this colony thing. Well, if you're far enough from locals, if you're 40, 60 miles away, nobody cares, man. You're expanding the infrastructure, right? You're adding to the infrastructure. You're creating jobs. You're creating real people. People will find purpose in life. People will find purpose. Believe me. So, yeah. All right. I am going to see who else we got here. I really want to get... there's somebody very vocal on the comments that wants to come on the show. I think he's vocal on Facebook. He's asking me why I'm not reading his messages, but I'm not getting no new messages. No, I got a new message from 4 days ago. It was my last new message. Let me go back into hidden requests. 0. I got no new messages. My last message was from 42 minutes ago, but that's just someone sending me a reel about how the vaccine doesn't work. And we already know that stuff. It's old news. But that's it. I got nothing else jiving here. We got Dino Bravo on the sidelines, arguably one of the most important guys you could talk to. JS here tonight on Mike in the Night. Thanks for being... Oh, sorry. I was going to revamp that video for you guys here. And I'm going to splice it. I don't want to lose this little clip here about this Nicaragua idea, because I really want to get it. I want to get the video spliced, and I want it to be put up on social media so more people could find it, and hopefully could help JS with this, because this is really good. I believe this is a great idea. I believe that if people get the right like-minded folks get together and just set something up, you have Fiesta every Saturday. You have block party. You have everyone come together. You have a little bit of a small council where people agree, disagree on things, and discuss matters in the town. I think that's a great idea. It reminds me of that movie with Joaquin Phoenix called The Village. If you haven't seen the movie The Village yet, I really, really recommend watching The Village. The vaccine made you all buy $1 million homes. Now you can't afford now. They bankrupt you. Yeah, the vaccines never worked. We told you guys back in our live stream, our 2017 live stream we did for you guys. Our 2017 live stream, we're reading the ingredients in the lipid nanoparticles in the vaccine, and they're going to infuse mRNA into our vaccines by 2020. The 2017 live stream is up if you guys want to watch it. We told you it wasn't going to work. We told you it was going to cause cancer in 2017. All right. So that was JS on the show. All right. We'll see if we can get Dino Bravo on. Canada's strongest man. Yeah. You are tuned into Mike in the Night, the voice of the Commonwealth.
Turn it up. Turn it up. 3 in the morning is something that's moving you. Today, it's time for Mike in the Night. Hands up, city lights burning bright. It's time for Mike in the Night. Wake up now, cause something ain't right. It's time for Mike in the Night. Radio glow in the streets outside. It's time for Mike in the Night. Woo, woo. People out of light, let's ride. Woo. Roll through the city and the skyline shakes. Coffee on the desk while the whole world wakes. Strings all blowing, headlines flying. Everybody asking Mike who's lying. Phones keep ringing, people tuned in. Dots get connected, now the show begins. 3 a.m. no sleep tonight. Got the whole world watching under Leon light. Laven likes to listen to Mike in the night. Lenny Poole likes to listen to Mike in the night. Edward O likes to listen to Mike in the night. Kevin J. Johnston likes to listen to Mike in the night. New York, Bel Air, Miami, Alabama, Tennessee, New Jersey, Tampa, Boston, Augusta, Canada. Likes to listen to Mike in the night. All of America likes listening to Mike in the night. Australia likes to listen to Mike in the night. From Vancouver likes to the ocean. time for Mike and
Hey, Mike.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we got Canada's strongest man, Dino Bravo, here on Mike of the Night. Thanks for calling in and keeping the show alive for another 20, 30 minutes. I wasn't knocking on Italy earlier when I was calling out the corruption.
No, I was just busting your balls.
It's just it's all bullshit, right? So,
well, I call it was bullshit. I mean, like, their leading scorer of the tournament was implicated for fixing matches. He was suspended, and then there was talk that Paolo Rossi might not even play. Then he plays and he leads the World Cup in scoring.
Yeah,
right.
So there's a lot of match fixing and inside jobs going on. It's almost all the leagues were implemented in it too. It was it's just the World Cup was just so in your face staged that I don't know. All of it was in your face staged. Like when Spain won that World Cup, I don't think a single player touched a Spanish player, and they were just all over the ground. The Spanish team was all over the ground.
Well, I don't know if you remember back in '82, going back there, but 3 teams were tied for second place. They Italy, and then they said that technically Italy shouldn't even have got through, and then they ended up waxing everybody.
Yeah. Oh, I heard. Yeah, remember that. I remember an old friend of mine.
Remember, like Cameroon, they should have beat them. They tied Costa Rica. They tied Cameroon, and they tied Poland.
Yeah.
It was like a weak group, and they had a powerhouse team. I mean, Italy did have a good team then. They had some good players. But I mean, that's what I was a young kid then, but I noticed that, that it was fixed. But that's Spanish crap. That was so boring. They'd pass the ball around for 90 minutes. They'd have 85% possession.
They kept hitting the ground like they got hit by an atomic bomb.
Snipers were shooting them from the crowd. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it was like
boring soccer.
Yeah.
And then how about Greece? How about Greece beating Portugal in the Euro?
Oh, of course they're gonna want to.
Come on, there should have been like a 6-0 win for Portugal.
Yep. Yeah, just like Morocco beat Portugal in the last World Cup, and then Portugal played Morocco for a friendly, like they used to have a rematch, and Portugal won 9-0. It's like all bullshit. It's complete bullshit.
It is all bullshit. Hockey, football, they're all scripted. The thing I always say, it's just like a soap opera. You just try to figure out how, like Young and the Restless, try to figure out with a plot and who's going to win the game. The championship. And that's football. They have all these little markers, and they show, like, there's a magazine that came out, I think, where they have Ronaldo on the page. That's why people are saying that Portugal is going to win this one. I hope they do. What the hell?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
You know what I mean? But it's all bullshit. Like, at the end of the day, it's all bullshit. But again, getting to the topic of people being scared to call in, like, I get it, I guess, if you're a government worker, which I'm not, but I don't quite understand. Like, first of all, these people, like, what do you want? Do you want to have a slow death, or do you want to keep your job, keep your job and have a slow death, or do you want to actually change things? Because if our voices aren't heard, then, like Anarchy said before, she says she's right. Like, you got to speak up. Stop being chicken shits. Like, what are we doing here? We're just going to sit around in our houses and wait for the next pandemic, and then just slowly get taken out? Or are we going to speak up? All these demonstrations, Mike, too, by the way, most of them are just planned psyops.
Or put their hands on the player. You can't make this up, Dino. You can't make this up. It's all staged.
How about 2002 in Korea there? Where I think it was Japan.
Oh, that was all fixed. All the World Cups are fixed. It's all staged.
Spain had 3 offside goals.
Yeah.
3 offside goals. 2 of them weren't offside.
Yeah. But it's all staged. It's all fixed. It's all one-sided reffing. And people are like, Mike, it's impossible to stage soccer. There's just too many players, too many linesmen, too many this, too many. It's the referee that makes the controls.
No, they can. They can. If they call fouls.
Yeah.
And they give yellow cards. You get 2 yellow cards. It's a red. You're out.
Yeah.
You're playing with 10 men. What are you talking about?
That's one-sided reffing.
They used to pay off, the mafia used to pay off the players, and then they got smart. They said, we don't have to pay off the players, we just pay the referees.
Right.
And the VAR guys. Like, today, there was a guy, the guy bear hugged the guy, he slammed him to the ground, and no foul. It's like, what? Like, is this football or is it soccer? I don't know what sport we're watching.
Yeah.
But whatever. Like I said, it's all bullshit.
like I said, it's just fun trying to figure out the plot. Who's going to win? You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Like look today. Spain ties Cape Verde or whatever the
Cape
hell.
Verde, Portuguese. I'm very proud to say there's 3 Portuguese-speaking countries in the World Cup. Cape Verde, Brazil, and Portugal. Cape Verde speaks Portuguese, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
there's 3 Portuguese.
They tied 0-0. Like, how much money did people lose today?
Oh, lots. The bookies
You know
lost
what I mean?
big.
It's all about money, and the Asian bookies are make the Vegas look like paupers. It is incredible the amount of money that pops through there.
Somebody saying you show your video but not mine. I don't show videos I don't pre-watch because of copyright issues, or if it's a private video you're sending me and I play it and it's on your channel, I'll get a copyright strike. They're trying to find ways to get me off of social media, so I'm not sure who this is on social media. It's pretty peed off at me tonight. I don't know why, but I can't just open up a video I don't know and show it on here because I will get taken down. They've been trying to take us down for 15 years now. You know, they took us down in 2012, took our first channel down, and they're looking to take us down again. Because now we're gaining momentum, Dino. People are starting to listen and say, hey, this fat, bald Portuguese guy actually started to make sense of the shit he's been saying for the last 15 years.
Yeah, and because Joe Rogan's saying that.
Well, because Joe Rogan's saying it now.
He's copying you, so then now it's credible. Oh, this guy knows what he's talking about. So maybe that's where they're coming. They're circling back and they're going, wait, this guy said the same thing in 2019. And he said it in 2026. Wow. You know,
and you know what the effed up thing is? We're supposed to have people on our team working with us, trying to figure out things, and they just start and pick fights and start civil wars and start bullshit for no reason. It's like, why would you want to pick a fight with me? Why do you want to go to war with me? Why? I don't get paid to be here.
Well, that's the fangulo. Like that's what you made a good point earlier, and I've said it all along. I've said it to you, you know, off air. I've said like, what do you gain for bullshitting? What do you gain? Do you get a pleasure in telling lies? No. Like you tell what you foresee and what you see down the line, and you say it, and most of it's true, and it happens. So I don't know, and you don't get paid, like you say, don't get paid. You don't make 1.5 million per episode.
1.8 million, right? Joe Rogan makes.
Okay, 1.8. I guess you get a breeze. So you know, like you're doing it. You're doing it like you're taking your time away from your family to do these shows. And people can't call in. Like it pisses me off. Like, you know, stop being wimps, people. Start calling in. Start voicing your thoughts.
I want to send a shout out to Tio. Tio bought me a coffee today. Thanks, Tio. Tio always buys me coffees. Tio buys me a coffee every show now. Like you don't have to, Tio. You don't have to buy me a coffee for the rest of the year now. You're good. Or after the next 2 years. Next 2 years. I got enough coffee. It's good. But I appreciate that, right? But it's
again going back to these demonstrations that Tommy Robinson, he's a shill. He's paid off. Like these people are full.
My favorite is Elon Musk.
Well, Elon Musk.
I love Elon Musk.
He's a trillionaire now, supposedly.
He keeps his mouth shut for 10 years, makes his corporate money, his government money, government this, government subsidies, government, grants, all the money, keeps his mouth shut. And then 10 years later, the pendulum swings back. Donald Trump gets in and says, I think we should take those gay pride flags out of schools. They shouldn't be. Whoa. Where's this guy coming from all of a sudden? He got his money already, Dino. He doesn't give a fuck. He's got his money.
He does. He's got his money.
Now he's free Tommy Robinson. This and Ireland should fight back. It's like, whoa. You got your money. Now you're talking. Oh, but if you said something 10 years ago, you would have lost that federal funding.
Yeah. Again, these pieces of crap, they put people on both sides, right? So you got the Tommy Robinson, you got this clown in Ireland, the MMA fighter. He's another fraud. They put these guys in there, and they go, "See, we got a guy now, right?"
Yeah.
But he's with them.
Yeah.
But they put them against them, and they make it go yin and yang, and then they bring in Antifa, and they start throwing rocks at the buildings, and they go, look at those people, they're
Yeah.
demonstrating, they're bad, and you know the trucker convoy, that was all a psyop too.
Mm-hmm.
Soros funded that. Like, it's all bullshit. Now the Pat King's fighting with the other two guys, Chick and thing, and they're supposedly actors, registered actors. I forget her name, the guy out in Alberta, but they're going to court. It's all a show. It's all bullshit, and they're all paid off. And if you really want to do a proper demonstration, you go right to Ottawa and you kick the government out, just like you did in Romania and Nepal and stuff. You gotta knock them out. You can't just sit there and do bouncy castles, right? And clean the streets. It's a very nice gesture, but you know, when horses are trampling on people, it's time to stand up. Like, give it up. And they're not even, and they send in soldiers from another country, which is treason. And nobody does anything, nobody says anything, and then they just want to go demonstrate, on a Saturday afternoon when it's warm. But if it's cold out, they won't go. I know it was cold at the trucker convoy and all that bull, but it's all crap. Like, there's so much money being passed around. They froze the GoFund accounts. There was people making money. I'll tell you that.
Dino?
A lot of money.
Dino, do you remember 2 days before they froze everyone's bank accounts, I made a video that they're going to freeze Canadian bank accounts because they're going to pull a runoff on the monetary fund at the same time and remove their money. And I told everyone they're going to be freezing Canadians' bank accounts. Watch, it's coming. 2 days later.
I remember you brought it to my attention. Yeah, I didn't see it
I'll send you the video. The video is on my backup YouTube channel, my Spanish YouTube channel, because they took down my main YouTube channel. So once the trucker convoy started, they banned me on YouTube. And once the trucker convoy ended, they reestablished me on YouTube after the trucker convoy ended. So we had,
that's right. Yeah,
so people were asking me about our trucker convoy and where were we during the trucker convoy? Why were we hiding? So a lot of people are asking me, like a lot of people, Dino, ask me this. Where were you during the trucker convoy? Why can't we find any footage of you during the trucker convoy? And you're non-existent during, so I'm gonna bring up our Odyssey so people can see where it is. And
but my point is if you're gonna go all the way to Ottawa, go into the building. Yeah. Overrun the security like they did in Romania. Like, people go, the security guards in Romania had machine guns. Yeah.
Here it is, guys. So
what's your point? You're gonna come there with bouncy castles, you ain't gonna do fuck all.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Here it is. Ottawa. Let's see if it comes up. Here it is. There's our footage. We have a ton of footage on the streets in Ottawa at the trucker convoy. Mike in the Night footage. And other content creators actually stole our Ottawa footage. Stole our Ottawa footage because they knew we were banned on YouTube. And they ran with it. So this is Lenny Poo from Mike in the Night.
Yeah, Lenny Poo and Raven too.
Yeah,
right?
they were all there.
Yeah.
They were there. This was our footage here for Mike in the Night. We were reporting the guys with the bats. And they took our bat one. They took this one from us. This got stolen from us, and they removed the Mike in the Night here. They blurred it out so no one could see it. So they knew I was banned on YouTube for the entire trucker convoy. But here we are on Mike in the Night reporting this. And then there's another one here. There's lots of them. There's like hundreds. There is hundreds of videos we posted on Mike in the Night during the trucker convoy. And here's another one. Holding hands across Canada, trucker convoy. Massive tensions, Lenny Poo, trucker convoy here. Look. One after another. We have so much footage on the convoy, and we weren't allowed on YouTube. So the day the convoy kicked off, we were completely banned off of YouTube. We couldn't connect to our people. And I had a lot of people privately messaging me, asking me, Mike, where the hell are you, dude? We need you now. And then I'm like, I'm banned. You got to go to Odyssey because we got banned on Rumble. So we got banned everywhere. So we were there. We were putting up the footage, but other content creators took our footage knowing we were banned on YouTube and then putting it up as theirs. And then after I put up the footage now on YouTube today, they say I'm stealing someone else's footage on YouTube because they put it up before I did.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were there. We were the whole trucker convoy. We had entire Mike in the Nights dedicated to the trucker convoy. We were there on the ground. We had the Raven walking every street, remember?
Yeah, yeah, I remember seeing that. And don't get me wrong, I admire the people that went there to demonstrate. I'm just saying that
Mhm.
the objective was wrong because, like, you're just going there and they started, they were supposedly the residents were pissed off about the honking horns and all this bullshit.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, they're feeding the homeless, they're cleaning the streets, they're doing all that. That's great, but again, the objective should have been clean out Ottawa.
Mhm.
That's the problem. You get rid of their henchmen, right?
Here it is, Mike in the Night 423. Here it is, guys, if you want to watch it. Mike in the Night 423 on Odyssey. Live from Ottawa. No confidence in Canadian government's massive runoff on the monetary system. And I think this was before they actually started freezing bank accounts, actually, to be honest with you. We were telling people they're going to freeze, they were going to take a runoff on the bank accounts. And there it is. There's all our footage right there. There we are. We were here. We were on the front lines, Dino. And I don't mind people questioning me where I was during the trucker convoy because we were just completely banned off every social media platform. So
No. I mean, it's the truth. I mean, you would have been more vocal and active, but you couldn't. You were banned. So no, I understand that.
sorry I had to bring that up. Because I get that asked a lot, where people are asking me, I don't see where were you during
You
this
don't have
period?
to apologize for that, Mike. You've been before that, way before that. You've been very vocal, and like I said, why can Mike go on this platform and speak his mind? He's got a young family he's got to take care of, and that he's putting his neck on the line. Why can't people come on and speak up on the show?
Yeah, I got a
I
young
don't.
family. I got
Of course you do, and you could fold it all up and just stop talking.
someone says I saw your videos on YouTube as an ad. I don't get it as an ad.
Ad for what?
I saw your videos on YouTube as an ad.
Ozempic or what?
I don't have any advertising on YouTube.
You don't have any sponsors.
No, I don't have sponsors on YouTube. Nobody pay.
No,
I don't make any.
no,
I make what, 85, $70 off AdSense? I don't get no.
no. You don't make nothing.
Anna Key saying Odyssey saved our bacon.
Yeah, it did.
It did.
She's
Odyssey
right.
saved us. I
She
mean, we
did.
didn't have more than 100 people watching, but we were trying to get the word out badly, right?
Well, I think there's more than 100 people watching. I think it's just, a lot of people just sitting in the weeds, right? But there were people watching. People followed you. There's people that followed you way before me, and they're still around. They
Mhm.
just lurk. They don't speak up. They don't call in. They don't message on the board or whatever. But they're active and they're supportive of you. I know they are. So no, it's you got a bigger following than what shows. Let's just say it that way,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You
And
know.
it's not about being
So
famous because I'm an old man.
well,
There's
yeah.
nothing more. It's about my kids now. It's about
Well, and I see the frustration. What future do my kids have? You know, I same way. Like, you get pissed off because they shouldn't be this way. They want to do all this crap, and people want to sit on their hands, don't speak up, don't do nothing. The trucker convoy had that. That was great. Like, from that aspect, everybody getting together, I love that. But I just think the final product was we should have got rid of the government. But
yeah.
Trudeau should not have been there, and it should have been by force. So
Yep.
you,
And
you
the
can't bring Tonka toys to a fight. So you gotta bring stuff.
the
So
thing is,
I don't.
Dino, the major issue we're facing here is that okay, let's talk serious. Let's talk a little serious here. Do you think Canadians are waking up to the fact that they've lost now? People are starting. I'm talking about the Canadian proper. Are they starting to wake up to realize to say, "Damn, I took a vaccine. Damn, I trusted the science. Damn, I took $1 million mortgage on a property that's worth 80 grand in Florida, and I paid $1 million here for it." Are people starting to realize that, and their families divided over global warming, climate change, Donald Trump? The families divided over everything. Are people starting to wake up and realize that they've lost? Honestly, tell me.
No. Honestly, I don't think they have. I think a lot of people haven't, and I really think that we talk about these NPCs.
Mhm.
I think that most of them got vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
I think because they're going to be toast.
So
But
they don't think they lost. So they're continually.
well, I'm not saying all of them. No, I'm not saying all of them. Some of them regret. Like I
Not
have
even
a
forget
hard
the
time.
vaccine. I'm
I
just
have a
talking
hard
about
time.
the last 15 years. Are they starting to wake up from the last 15 years? Is what I'm asking.
Well, like I said, there's people that if they're in good financial shape, they don't see the problems. It
Okay,
seems
I
like,
see. I see.
right? Like they're making their 120, 150 grand a year. Their house is paid for, their car's paid for, and they have money in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
They took their 2 jobs, 3 jobs, and they're not sick, so everything's good. Their kids in private school, everything's going good. Their kids, Johnny's going to go into first year university engineering, and everything's great.
Right.
But yeah, like I said, but they don't. And when they drive, then they see these tent cities and stuff like that, like which even in Winnipeg there is some. Uh, I don't quite understand. Like I said, I think they're just clueless. I think the job has made them really stupid. These people. That's what I can't attribute to anything, but I try to stay away from job people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really, if unless I have to
The
talk to them.
shedding and stuff.
Well, just interacting because like they're just brain dead. They have no clue. They're no concept. Like they're NPCs, man. I'm telling you, they're just brain dead. They I don't know how they function. I still don't. I question how they get dressed in the morning and get to
Mm-hmm.
work. But again, um, they're a lot of people are still like the like here I have my sister. She's going like three cell remain hearts, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're $3.99, then they're $4.99, then they're $6.99. And now she was saying I'm just gonna keep paying because she can afford to pay for it. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Now the other day she's bitching about it because it's $6.99 for three romaine hearts.
Mm-hmm.
I go, well, wait till it goes to $8.99 and $9.99. Then what
Mm-hmm.
are you gonna do, right? You're gonna stop eating. You're gonna go to the the other, some other salad. Maybe some plastic salad that Bill Gates is gonna come up with, right? You know. So like, uh, again, I've said it before to you, and I'll say it again. When the food becomes an issue for people,
Mm-hmm.
then it's not going to be bouncy castles for Mr. Trudeau and Mr. Carney. There's
Yeah.
going to be pitchforks.
Yeah.
There's going to be pitchforks, right? Because when your kids can't eat, what are you going to do? Like someone said earlier, I think, if your daughter was throat was slit, what would you do?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you do that about why don't we do that now with what they're trying to do to us? They're trying to
Yeah.
do that to our kids. They're trying to they're killing our kids slowly,
Yeah.
right? So like, what are you doing? Wake up, people. Like I just get tired of it. Like it just frustrates me. I just shake my head. Even the people driving out there, like that are vaccinated, I swear they do stupid things.
I
Like
love it when they're wearing
I don't know how
masks.
many have. I
They're
don't know how
wearing
many. I
masks
don't know how
while
many.
driving, and they have a cabin air filter in their car,
Well, they have a mass driving and they drive like idiots.
and they
Like
have a
I
cabin
think
air filter in their car.
I think the oxygen is cut off right to their heads because they're just do brain dead things.
Mm-hmm.
Like I almost T-boned somebody today. Like the guy turned when I was about 10 feet away from him. He comes right in front of me.
Yeah.
Like good thing I had brakes, right?
Oh, here in my
But
town, no one stops on stop signs at all.
yeah, but smaller towns, yeah, people do that. But I'm talking about this guy came in. It wasn't even a stop sign. It was like he came across the intersection. He just
Mm-hmm.
came and shooting across. Like oh, I'm here. I'm gonna go. And sure enough, he was not one of us. But anyway, another
Mm-hmm.
thing I was gonna say was like I put on the comments. When you add the U.S., which let's just use their numbers,
Mm-hmm.
300 million. Russia's roughly 300 million.
Mm-hmm.
Europe's roughly 300. That's almost a billion people, right?
Yeah.
Of those those areas, I'd say 75 to 80% are white.
And not only that, Dino, China has
No, no,
400 million people and 200 million are over 60. Did you see that Chinese lady that's coming forward and saying it now, and all these influencers are working with her to
yeah,
get the.
yeah, I
I'm like,
saw it.
we
You've
were
been
saying
saying
that
it for
years
a long
ago.
time.
Why is it
Yeah.
becoming something now?
Well, because now all the truths are coming out,
Yeah.
and now they're getting all exposed, right? They had to use that because then we're worthless eaters, right? We have to lower the population,
Mm-hmm.
Mister. Your best buddy there. Billy boy, right? We have to reduce the population because there's too much population.
No, I don't think there's
Meanwhile,
2 billion people on Earth, buddy. I
well,
honestly.
first of all, we could have 8 billion people, and there still wouldn't be too much population on this earth. We have so
Well, we
much
could all
land.
fit in Cuba. You could fit all the
Well,
populations in
I was
Cuba.
gonna say billions could fit in one, but anyway, I agree with you. I say I would lean towards half the population. What they say,
I
I
think
would
four
lean
billion
towards
is
that.
still too much. I think there's 4 billion souls on
You
Earth.
could be right. You could be right.
No.
Someone said a good point. The Deagle report. That's probably truer numbers,
Hmm.
right? I don't know if you ever seen the Deagle report.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a Deagle report. I think the military, U.S. military, I believe, I could
Okay,
be
okay.
mistaken, who came out with it, and they projected by 2025, 2020. Yeah, I think it was 2025. The population, like U.S., was 325, then it was 118 million, and then Canada went from 38 million or 36 million to 17 million, and they were all going to die.
Hmm.
These people are all going to, just, I
Okay,
guess,
Canada doesn't
disappear. I
have
guess.
No, Canada's all our cities are empty. They're all empty shells, and they tried to bring in 5 million Indians to try and fix that problem, and that backfired. So, like, yeah, Canada's a sinking ship right now. Australia's in the same boat too. People from Australia message me every day, Dino, and saying, "Mike, the Indians are taking us over. They're at our gas stations, fast food. They're everywhere, airports. What are these people doing here? They arrived in the last 3 years. They don't even speak proper English."
Yeah.
So,
But it's not just Canada. People want to go. Like Canadians want to go. Like we're talking here, and they say Canada's is damned. Damned and everything. Australia's damned. England's damned. All of Europe's damned. Like you see the videos, you show it every week. Europe looks like hell,
yeah.
right? Look at Hungary. Okay, my friend just came back from seeing her family there at Christmas time. You know what their VAT tax is there?
Hmm.
27%.
For what?
And their wages, she said, are terrible.
Yeah.
Then
And
she goes,
now
I
they
don't
got
know.
that new leader that signed in the UN Migration Pact
Yeah,
last
well, I
week.
was going to get to that.
Yeah.
Get to that. This guy comes in, he says, "Yeah, I'm going to stop. I'm not letting this immigration and everything." And then he gets in, and then he says, "You know what, guys, I can't do anything."
But
That's exactly what you said.
and I
You said
predicted
that's
that.
when he came in.
I predicted that to a T, saying he's going to sign the UN Migration Pact and Oberon out. I did a whole video, I did a short saying Hungary did a good job repelling the invaders
Yeah.
from coming in. Now it's game over. But then I did an
Mhm.
Oberon video 2 days after that saying, guys, this is coming. That was on Mike in the Night. I did that video, a longer one, where I'm saying he's going to sign the UN Migration Pact and it's game over.
Oh,
And then,
of course he is. Of course he is. And Poland's going to be right behind,
yeah.
right? And the thing is that we can't get away from it. But at the same time, look what the Albanians did.
Hmm.
I don't know if you heard the story about Albania.
Keep going.
Well, what they did was my favorite president Trump, Kushner, his son-in-law, went and bought all this beachfront property
Oh, I
on
remember
the
this. Yes.
Albanian side, coast there,
Yeah.
and then he fenced it off. No non Jews could basically go there. That's what they're basically. It was similar to that. So no non Albanians. Let's just say it that. No wealthy people could go there.
Okay.
So the Albanian people said, "Fuck this," and they started cutting the fences and everything, and they started storming. So they put so much pressure on the president. The president supposedly went to Israel, and he was all sheepish and everything. He had to sign the agreement because they're going to probably put a bullet in his head if he doesn't listen to what they say. So they had to sell this land. But now all the people are rebelling, and they're going. They're saying, "Fuck this! We're going to the beach. This is our country, not yours." So they're trying to take it back.
Mhm.
That's what I'm talking about with here. We get in other countries. If we want, if the Italians they go on the streets, they're marching for this young girl that got her throat slit and everything. Great, but carry it on. Put pressure on Maloney and say either you start getting rid of these people or we're going to get rid of you.
Mhm.
One has to go. Which one do you want it to be? You or them?
Mhm.
Right? That's what has to happen. And
Mhm.
and it's strength in numbers. It ain't gonna happen with just two people, Mike in the Night and me, right? It's gonna happen with a bunch of people. We have to unite, and we have to say enough's enough. Data centers. I predict. I'll tell you. You got a prediction show in December, but I'll tell you right now, they're going to be lit up like firecrackers here all over the world soon. People are going to start setting them on fire.
They're gonna what?
They're going to blow them up. They're going to destroy them. People are going to destroy them.
Destroy what exactly? Sorry,
Data centers.
oh, data centers. Yeah, they're already storming them in Texas and New Jersey. They're
Yeah, they want to build a 3-story one in Ontario or 2-story one in Ontario. Like, come on, guy. Newmarket, I think it is. I can't remember that location.
I
Like,
just got
wake
word
up,
in right now
people.
from India right now. This is new. From 11 minutes ago, somebody sending me a message. Mike, the Punjabi chief minister openly drinks a glass of polluted water from the holy river to prove that the water is clean. He is now hospitalized right now. We're watching it live on the news. He is hospitalized. Yeah.
What was it? Water from Wasaga Beach or what?
No. Water from the holy river in India to prove that the
Yeah,
water
I
is
know, I'm
clean.
joking.
He is now hospitalized right now in intensive care, actually.
Yeah, well,
Hold on, we
there
got
you go.
we got the footage here. We got the footage,
But,
Dino. We got the
but
footage.
that's
of the-
just it. Fresh water, right? Like you're going to cut fresh water to feed these data centers. Guess what people are going to do?
Yeah.
They're going to blow up the data centers. Like, stop it. Like, if you don't have water, you die. Okay, that's the end of the story.
Yeah,
You
you're
can
dead.
go without food, but you can't go without water. So, water is the oil or the gold of the 21st century, they say. So,
All right, here's the footage, guys, from India. I got it right here. Here it is, guys. There he is. He's drinking the water from
good for him.
the holy river. There he is.
Yeah.
And I guess there's a priest or somebody beside him telling him it's all good. And apparently he's in intensive care right now. So I don't know how suitable this footage is. I don't know how old this is. I don't know how accurate this is. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. But this is what people are sending me.
Okay, well, what's the purpose of this one though? Because it's usually a psyop. So what's their objective?
I don't know. He drank from the holy river, and now he's in intensive care.
I felt bad. I got a new neighbor.
Hmm.
He's East Indian, and I had cooked some big fat steaks for me and my boy, and then this billowing smell, and then I was talking to him after the dinner, and I go, I was just thinking, you guys don't eat meat, right? Because you think they're your relatives, eh? And he goes, yeah. He said, I said, oh, I felt bad. Sorry about that. I hope it wasn't one of your relatives that I ate.
Mm-hmm.
The cows. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Uh,
You had to be there.
Yeah, I feel sorry for it because a lot of these people think when they get here it's a free ride, or what it is they're being sold a dream in their country.
Well, did you see that guy that interviewing on Instagram? He interviews that guy from Somalia,
Mm-hmm.
and the guy can't even speak English barely, and he's in Canada. And he says, "You come to Canada?" He says, "You for the social?" He goes, "Yeah, social, yeah." And he goes, "Okay, so are you working? No, social." Like he's basically saying he's going to get subsidized and get money from the government. The government pays well. He says, "Yes, they pay well." Opportunity. The what? To use the system.
Mm-hmm.
That's your opportunity. Come on.
Yeah, this is nuts. Yeah, selling people these fake dreams, getting them over. But it was our Canadian government that was promoting. It was our Canadian government that was promoting in India, putting up signs all over India.
Yes.
We had callers calling into Mike of the Night telling us,
Yep.
they're advertising.
lied.
They're
They lied to
advertising
the
move to
people.
Canada all over India.
Yeah. Yeah, they're moving back now too. Like I was talking to the neighbor. He said that people are going back to India.
Yeah.
They're going back because they're saying they're fed a bunch of lies. Like
Mhm.
he's been around, he said, I think 16, 17 years. And I asked him, what about these new ones coming in? He goes, we don't like them.
Yeah, I
They're
get
not,
people.
They're
I
not
get
good people.
I get
They're
one
not
to
good
two
people.
people a week come visit me at my store that are of Indian descent from India, and they're
Yep.
telling me the same thing. They don't want to be mixed in with these people. They have nothing
No,
to
they
do with
don't.
these
No, they
people.
don't.
They don't want
No,
nothing to
no.
do with these people, and they keep telling me the same thing over and over. Mike, you're right. What's happening? These people are not
Assimilating to the country. They're
Yep.
they're
They're not
they're pushing
assimilating. They're not
their
becoming
values.
Canadian.
Yeah, they want to
And then
create.
it undoes all the work that the other guys, the Indians that did come and contribute to making
Yes.
Canada. It erases
Yes.
everything they just did.
Yes, exactly. Those are the exact words he said.
Yeah.
my dad came here. He was in Toronto originally, and he worked and he got made something. He did well for himself. I think he sold his house for 1.2 million. Or no, I think he said the house that he sold, his dad sold for 1.2 million 2 years ago. Now it's like 2.5 million now.
Yeah. Well, the
Toronto.
Chinese are bidding up the prices, right? They're keep pushing the prices up.
Holy
You go to Nova
crap.
Scotia, New Brunswick, PEI. It's all taken over by Chinese now. That they're calling it the New Vancouver, Eastern Canada.
Yeah. Well, do you remember that apartment complex that was being built in the Italian community out in somewhere in Ontario,
Mm-hmm.
and they mysteriously caught fire because they didn't want it there, and then it caught fire the first time. They rebuilt it, tried to rebuild it again, and a second time it got hit by lightning again a second time, and it burned down again. So they stopped building that. Just
Temple
it's a
of Babel.
coincidence. Well, I don't know what it was, but they burned this complex down.
Well, there's a
It was pretty
few
funny.
Chinese only towers in Vancouver, Burnaby, Surrey. I know Upton U.S. Minister now and all North Van and Richmond. There's Chinese only occupants allowed, like only Chinese allowed. We covered it on trends in the housing market back in 2012,
Well,
13, 14, 15. Chinese occupants only. No whites, no blacks, no. Yeah, and it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny because this Chinese lady Airbnb'd her Chinese only building, and the black guy rented out the Airbnb, and she found out he was black. We covered it. I have the video up. I'm gonna bring up the video because it sounds really racist what I'm saying. But the Chinese lady found out that the person was black that was renting the apartment, and she says, "Oh, you're not allowed in the building. It's like a code or a law in the building." And I'm gonna see if I can find the video. Keep talking, Dino.
Okay, another question I had. Remember, you were saying you posted up something
Mm-hmm.
and you asked, "Is it true?" You had someone call you or message you and said that there was Chinese soldiers with AK-47s in northern
Yeah,
Alberta, I believe it was.
yeah.
Did you get that confirmed or not? Because
No,
my
well,
friend works
people
up
were
north and he says
messaging.
there are people. Yeah,
Well, they
there
were
are people
commenting.
up there with machine guns.
Yeah, they were commenting and saying it was
Yeah.
true, but they weren't giving us anything factual, right?
Okay. Yeah. Well, my friend says he's seen it. So I don't know because he works up in the
Mm-hmm.
pipelines and stuff up there in northern Alberta.
Oh, here it is.
But
Here's the video, guys. I just want to bring this up so I don't sound like a racist.
yeah, go
A
ahead.
black man denied by Chinese Airbnb host in Canada. That was 7 years ago. It was published. What was it? 7 years ago. So there's the video right there. Black man denied Airbnb by Chinese. So it was a Chinese only building, right? It was a building for Chinese only, but then she Airbnb'd it to make money, and then she didn't realize the guy was black, and then after she told him that he wasn't allowed to come into the building.
I thought Airbnbs were illegal. Or
Well, not if
what's
you're
the story?
Chinese. No, it's only
Not
for
if you.
Canadian.
Oh, I
It's for Canadian
forgot.
people.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Airbnbs is only for Canadian, illegal for Canadians.
Illegal. Okay,
Yeah.
That's what I figured. Okay.
Yeah. Like birth
Okay, that
tourism is
makes
all
sense.
Chinese. BC's birth is up. Birth is up in BC because of birth. I'll bring up the video. The Chinese birth tourism is propping up BC's population. But if you're Portuguese, they deport your ass if you have a kid here. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, but like you said about the war, we've talked about this too. But yeah, it's because Harper in 92, 93, he signed that agreement with the Chinese that they could bring in their military here to protect their assets. Remember that? He signed that deal?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
We brought that up a
So
few
he
times.
signed that.
That was in
Yeah, so
2010?
I thought it was in the 90s.
Harper?
Yeah, when did Harper? Maybe I'm mistaken on the year.
2009?
I thought it was maybe around there then.
Yeah.
Okay. He signed an agreement with the Chinese government that they could protect their assets on our territory and they could bring soldiers here, military. So, yeah, and the U.S. do know about them. Like, come on. They know all that what they're doing. They track everything here. So they know they have they're buying farmland, they're doing crap.
Mhm.
And if they start putting stuff by the border,
Watch.
then I think the U.S. will start saying, no.
When have I been wrong, Dino?
You haven't.
Well, here it is. Birth tourism, Chinese birth tourism, propping up Canadian. How Chinese birth tourism is destroying Canada. Canada deports more Canadian born to Portugal. Where else? Yeah, we covered the whole Chinese birth tourism thing too. And this is why they want to get rid of me, Dino, because I have all these, like, I could go back and look at shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. 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 Yeah. No, I see it. Like I said, you're targeted, but like I said, people have to support you, calling in and support the show.
Share the show, share it.
Share it, talk about it. I want you to get on that show of Victor Hugo. I told you that you
Yeah,
gotta,
you know what? I'm going to check.
You got to get on that.
Okay.
You got to get on that because he's awesome, man. Like he's in Georgia. That's another place. That guy was talking about Nicaragua. Georgia sounds like a great place to live.
I've been to Georgia many times. I've been to Macon, Georgia. I've been to Atlanta, Georgia.
No, not that Georgia.
Oh.
Georgia by Russia.
Oh, by Russia. Sorry, I've never been.
Yeah. Like you know the stuff that you learn. Like his show. Like he's talking about now the Ukrainians are firing 900 to 1,000 drones a day, and they're attacking not military bases in Russia. They're attacking
civilian.
Civilian. Yes, they're attacking. Like they're saying the Ukrainian government has said that no one is safe, no civilians are safe, and if you're like a truck driver driving a fuel truck, they'll put a drone into and blow it up and kill you. Like they have no regard. Like they're just doing like acts of like crimes. Like it just like it's a joke. And there's supposedly this guest that he had that lives at Crimea Peninsula. There's some it's Crimea, and he says that they're choking them off because no one wants to deliver fuel because of the drones. They attack these vehicles and they blow them up. So now there are 2-hour waiting lines for fuel in Crimea, and food is being restricted because they're attacking truck carriers, semi trucks, everything, and they're attacking. So it's getting pretty ugly. I don't know. Like I mean, I know it's all bullshit with Putin and them anyway.
Let me ask you something, Dino, on something on social media here, because I'm seeing this a lot, and a lot of people are messaging me on this one too. A lot is, Mike, what's with all the false prophets on social media? All came after 2020, 2022, 2023. Started a channel. Let's make some money. I need to feed my fam. Whatever. I need to make money. And there's a lot of false prophets, brother. Jesus sent me a message in my dream to tell you fucking 4 million views. It's like, Jesus didn't tell you nothing, buddy. You
Russell Brand, come on.
No, I'm not talking about Russell Brand. I'm talking about all there's. No, I'm not talking
no,
about Russell Brand's
up
at the top. I'm talking about these people that showed up last year, and they got 250,000 subscribers, and they're talking to Jesus on a regular basis, and they're talking spirits, and they're talking. It's
yes.
What is going on? This is crazy.
Well, what's going on is if you remember back in the when the Russians and the Bolsheviks, when they went and massacred all those poor Christians in Russia.
Yeah.
It was Operation what was that? The Q movement, right? That's the same thing. It's I forget the term. There's an operation. But they basically lied, and they tell everybody don't do nothing because the white hats are in control, and they're gonna go and take care of these bad boys and everything. And everybody sits on their hands, and that's what they did in Russia, and they ended up get killed. So now it's the same thing with the Q movement, and now these bullshit prophetic people, they're all sitting there saying, "Don't worry, Trump is he's gonna come and he's gonna save everybody," and meanwhile he's leading the charge to take everybody out. So that's the problem. That these are all psyops. They're all paid. You talk about guys making $5,000 a show. Well, that's the same thing. That's why they put all these people in place. They're in there to make people feel comfortable and feel like they have hope.
Right.
But there's no one saving them. Right.
No.
So there is no white hats, no blue hats, no pink hats. It's your hat. So if we speak up, we get together, we will fight together. We can take care of the situation. But if we're not going to speak up and everything, then we deserve what we get.
Yeah, Rusty Behemoth Hammer is saying they all sell their souls for a paycheck.
Well, of course.
They're sellouts.
Yeah.
There's so many of them, though. That's all I'm getting on people messaging me. It's like, what's with the false prophets? What is the Bible has warned us about false prophets?
Oh God, yes. And look at you. You've shown proof that they were trying to buy you off.
I read all the emails too, and I had a good friend.
Yes.
I had 3 friends in my store when I was on speakerphone with one guy that was offering me $5,000 an episode. I was going to be the next Joe Rogan, and I said nope, nope.
Mike Rogan. It sounds good.
Yeah.
Mike Rogan.
And they told me,
Hey?
even my friends were on speakerphone. They were listening to the whole conversation. They said, "Mike, hang up now. Hang up on this fucking guy. Hang up
Yeah.
on him."
You could have been famous, you know,
Nah, but it's not
for
worth it in the end.
all the wrong reasons. I know. I get it.
It's like
I'm
walking
joking
three
around.
quarters across the street. What the fuck's the point?
Well, what's the point about lying to people? Where are you gonna get where are you going with it? Right?
Yeah, you lie to
Eventually it's
people.
gonna catch
Again,
up
it's
to
like
you.
walking. I live my whole life righteous and free. I
Right.
go to church on a regular basis. I try
Yeah.
to help who I can. And a lot of people don't know this, but you know how many, I'm not trying to brag, and I'm not supposed to as a Christian, as a Catholic, but do you know how much pizza and food I've given out of the trunk of my car? Like, I'm talking big. I would go in, grab 12 pizzas, 8 pizzas, 6 pizzas, and just give it out to people walking by all day long from my store. Just free pizza.
That's awesome. That's
Like
awesome.
things like that people don't know about,
Yep.
but it's, I'm not trying to brag.
Yep.
I wish it. I kind
No,
of
no,
wish.
it's not bragging. No, it's just showing act of kindness. That's all it is. That's all it is to me.
But
And like I said, I know you well enough. I know you would give the shirt off your back. Um, and like I said, you need people to support you. Like you said, share the lives.
share the life. Just share the life. That's all I
Talk
need.
to people. I talk to people about you. You should go see my show. I'm sure some of them are watching your show. I'm sure of it, and they don't call in or anything, but they do listen to the show because they know when they make comments when I'm come on. So they go, "You're Dino,"
Mhm.
you know. So yeah, but no, that's awesome. But like I said, you're not a sellout, and I believe in karma. So
Mhm.
what you give, you get back.
Mhm.
Right?
Mhm.
So if you give good, you'll get good. You give bad, you'll get bad back. And that's I believe that. I firmly believe that. And like I said, don't believe in these stupid truth tellers and so I like I told you, I don't watch barely anybody. I just watch you and that Victor Hugo. I don't watch anybody else anymore because they're all paid off.
Mhm.
They're all bought and paid for. A lot of them are actually CIA.
Yeah.
Like that who's that clown that came to Canada? Uh, he's got the show. Is it not Peters, the other guy? What's his name? Um, he had that big in Alberta. He came in and talked to. Well, I forget his name. His
Yeah.
name anyway. His dad was CIA. He's CIA.
Mhm.
Dan Bongino.
Yeah.
He did absolutely fuck all when he went into the government.
Mhm. We warned you
All
guys
by
about that
design.
man too.
He's a paid off. He's paid off too.
I
Like,
warned you
they're
behind the
all
scenes.
paid
Remember
off.
on our private phone calls, I warned you about that man
Yeah,
too.
yeah, and also Bongino is also a shareholder in Rumble,
Yeah. Yep.
right?
You know we're
So,
down 10 subscribers on Rumble for the year.
well, it's incredible.
I was
Yeah.
down 8 subscribers, and then I checked again my subscription on Rumble. I'm down 10 now for the year.
Well, let's check that. Let's analyze. So your numbers at Facebook have gone up how much in the last year?
Oh God, I'm getting. I think I got 150,000 followers. On Instagram, I got over 100,000 followers after they unlocked me a year ago. So now on
Okay.
Instagram, in 1 year, I'm almost at 200,000 followers on Instagram. I'm almost at 200,000 on Facebook, and then my backup Facebook page has 198,000. And then yeah, once you start adding that up, and then YouTube, I've just passed 100,000, right? So
But you went down 10 on Rumble.
I w-
Make that make sense. Make that make sense.
yeah, every
Make
other
that make
platform
sense.
I'm growing. Yeah.
Come on, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. They're your throttle, just like Victor Hugo is. Like
Yeah.
he's throttled too. Like his number, he was at 5.9 about a year ago. Now he's at 6.3 thousand. 6.3 thousand. Yeah, 6.3. Yeah, 6,300 people now.
Yeah.
Like there's no way. Like he reaches out a lot of people. I like to see you on that show of his. I think he's
I'll do it
hilarious.
for you. I'll do it. Look.
No, do it. You got to do it because you want to do it. Don't do it for me.
No, I want to
But
do it, but if I'm going to do it, I'm doing it for you because you're my friend and you've had my back for years. And if you want me to talk to this guy, I will talk to this
I do.
man.
I do. I think that you would both feed off each other and you could work, like, not work together, but like just share. Like, he could come on your show and he's hilarious. Like,
Mhm.
he's no bullshit. He's exposed. I told you in private. I've told you he's exposed about the kids in Haiti and all that.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
done a lot of stuff.
Well, we
You
exposed the
know,
Clinton Foundation when they only donated
yes,
$16,000 to
yes,
Haiti.
yes. He met Clinton's uh was it Clinton's brother? Yeah, because he sat with him. He was sitting with him and he's talking to him, and then he turned all white when he was talking about the kids in Haiti because he knew all about it. He couldn't say nothing. And he's going, yeah, I'm here to, like, I want to get the voice of the children because the children are being, they're being, murdered,
Hmm.
abducted. And he turned white. He tells the story. He just turned white because he knew all about it, right?
Of
He's
course.
part of it. He's part of it, right? And he's got stories, man. That guy could talk for like 6 days on stories he's got. He's quite fascinating. Like I said, he's brilliant. Very
RC,
smart too. Like,
hold on. RC Lamaru sent me a $5 super chat saying, Mike, when the regeneration happens, you'll still be going, but the rumbles will die off. You'll be one of the highest watched YouTube contributors. I guess when all the shit falls off, he's saying,
yeah, I could see that. Well, the truth always wins, John.
I know,
Like,
I know.
right? So I know you get frustrated at times because you got 112 people watching or something like that. Well, that's what they show anyway.
Hmm.
But it's you've touched a lot more people than that, and your message is loud and clear to everybody that's watching the show right now. And I think you're on the tip of the iceberg. I think you're gonna just keep growing and growing and growing. I really do. I think that, like, eventually, yeah, you will. I agree with them. You will be number one.
Well, it's not
Because
about being number one. It's to
no,
get.
I know that.
I
I know
paid my
that.
dues, Dino. I've paid my dues.
Whoa, that's my point.
Yeah.
Again, you're kind of you paid the price,
I want
and
my
I
good
think
place
that
in heaven. I want a good spot in heaven.
see, that's where you got a good heart, and it's in the right place, right? It's not about, you don't want you know you don't want success and grandeur. You want to be
Heard,
what's the word,
heard.
heard, and you want to be appreciated for what your message is. Like, just, you try to help people. You told people not to take the vaccine. you
Oh,
you brought
we told
doctors
people to
in.
stop taking vaccines in 2017. And the live stream I did in 2017, when I told everyone by 2020 they're going to put mRNA in our vaccines. Why was I so
Yep.
concerned about vaccines back in 2017, 2018? Why? The video's up on YouTube still. You can't
Yep.
sue vaccine companies. Canada passed a law in 2016 or 2017. We made a video about it saying you can't pass a law. They passed a law where you can't sue vaccine companies back in 2016, 2017. And then my son comes home with this card for school that he's got to take 17 or 18 vaccines by the time he gets to high school. Then I started sniffing around why. And then I started realizing they're going to put CRISPR and mRNA in all our vaccines by 2020.
Hmm.
And then that's how I started sniffing around this shit. And that's how I know. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was
Yep.
warning people about this years ago, before it even happened.
There's
Before
not
it
one
even was.
vaccine ever created, ever. I don't care what anybody says.
Mhm.
Not one vaccine that ever was created that is good.
Nope.
They talked the bullshit about polio. They created polio.
Yeah, they created polio and gave people polio, and people had polio.
They gave polio, and then
Yeah.
they gave, like, f off, like, even AIDS and all this.
That-
They created all this
Fauci
stuff.
owns the
I don't.
patents. Fauci is one of the patent owners to AIDS, eh?
Yeah, I know. And another thing too is that you can't get a virus unless you let something penetrate your skin. So I
Mhm.
don't give. And people say, "Well, okay, I never took it." Yeah, but when you're a little baby,
Mhm.
they put a bunch of needles in you when you were born.
Mhm.
Not as many as today, but they did put needles in us. They put needles in us when we were born, and that I watch shows on that, and it's amazing, the shit, the aluminum and all the stuff they put in us when we're babies
Mhm.
back in the 60s, 70s, back then even. Now it's horrendous, but they put in stuff that actually perpetrates that could cause cancer in our bodies. It live cancer. They always say. I've always heard it said for years. Cancer lives in everyone,
It does.
and
It's a parasite.
that's because they put those needles in us. And
expand.
you, if you go look, you have old books.
Mhm.
Go look at 150 years ago. How many cancer cases were there then?
Oh, we covered this already from that
Zero.
that doctor we had from Pittsburgh. That doctor from Pittsburgh, that cancer
Yes.
doctor. Okay, let me make myself clear here. I want to make myself really clear here.
I'll
I've
tell
been
you
talking
story
to
too
a
about
cancer
the
doctor
cancer.
for years now.
Yeah.
He was on Mike of the Night in 2018, and we discussed, and he's been discussing with me in reports in the 70s and late 80s, 70s and early 80s. He was going down to he's a doctor, and he wanted to specialize. So everyone was telling him, you got to specialize in cancer. But he's looking at the reports. This is back in the late 70s and 80s, early 80s. He's saying, well, no one's getting cancer. And they were promoting at the Cancer Research Clinic, become a cancer doctor, because 1 in 3 people by 1998, they were saying, will have cancer. And he's like, what the hell is this? Back in the day, in the early 80s, if a child had cancer, they'd have a CBC or CBS special, and they'd have a whole 3-part special on that child having cancer. Then they'll fly in a doctor from Pittsburgh to examine the child and all this stuff.
That's what happened.
Right.
That's what happened in Winnipeg.
So this doctor that's been telling me, and we've been talking for years now, he's like 83 now. And he's telling me, Mike, he's like, Mike, it's all organized. It's all planned. They're giving you the cancer. Because back in the 80s, it was unheard of. But now, it's 1 out of 3 people have it. And I've been making those videos for you guys. If you go to my YouTube channel and type in 1 out of 3 people or 1 out of 4 people have cancer, you'll find my videos warning people that, you better get a screen blood test done, because there's a very good chance you have cancer now, especially if you trusted the science and you follow the protocol and you are a good citizen, because now you're paying for it now.
Yeah, but even now though, they figured out a way that they can get into us with our foods and everything. Right?
But yes. And we discussed that on our live stream. Did you watch that 2017 live stream? Do you know about they're going to put?
No, I did. No, it was before my time.
But can I send it to you to watch?
Sure, I'd love to see it. But what my point is that you cannot get cancer unless they penetrate your skin with the needle and the foods. So if you detox, like someone that I think it was KPPC or something, he agreed that if you get cancer, you fast.
You fast for 3 weeks.
You fast, and good chance. A guy at the gym, he fought cancer. He had serious cancer, and he said, I fasted. He actually fasted for 6 weeks. He fasted.
Yep.
And the doctor's like, what did you do? He goes, I didn't eat. I just drank water. What?
Yep. I'm more of a believer in lemon water.
Lemon water.
Lemon water creates alkaline in your blood.
Alkaline,
and
yes.
Cancer can't live in alkaline, right?
No, it can't, and you put a little baking soda in your water as well.
I'm a very baking soda guy for years now on the channel.
Yeah.
And they keep taking down those videos, Dino. They keep taking those 2013, 2014.
They don't want people to know.
I only have 4
That's
videos
why.
from 2012 now. I have 4 videos from 2012. All my real videos talking about DNA junk DNA, NPC worlds, they're all gone.
You can't put them back up, though?
Well, no, they're gone. I don't have them anymore. They took them down in 2015, 2016, 2017. They took them down.
But I thought you had them on a hard drive. Don't you have them on a hard drive?
I'm looking around on hard drives, Dino. I really am. My wife found one the other day, a little data stick, a 1 gigabyte.
Oh, yeah.
It might be something on that 1 gigabyte. I'm going to look at it. It's a weird data stick. I have it right here in front of me, guys. Look. It's this scan disk. It's a weird size. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to look into that. It's a weird size one. It's not your typical it's oversized one. It looks normal on the camera, but it's not. It's an oversized scan disk. And apparently on this 1 gigabyte, I have videos I made when I was living in pre-2012 videos. So
that's awesome. Like I said, they want to. Well, look at you. They want to suppress you from telling the truth, the facts, right? That's the same thing.
What if I don't have the facts? What if I have? Because you know that our channel is.
What advantage? What advantage do you have to telling the lies?
No, I don't have the facts, but I could see what's going to happen, and I could tell people, hey, this might be something. I don't have the proof to back it, but then 10 years later, the proof just comes in. Because that's.
I mean, but you have a track record. People that have been watching your show since you've been on, they can vouch better than I can. I can only vouch from the time that I've been on watching you.
Mhm.
But I see that you get most. You make the odd mistake. I mean, no one's perfect. Only God is. But you're bang on a lot of the time. And people before me can say, yeah, he said this, he predicted this, yeah, and then you put the show that you said it from 12 years ago. There it is, boom. You know what? You can't. No one can deny that, right? So that's why they keep deleting these videos and they make excuses. It's dangerous to young children; they can't watch that, so they take it off or some excuse like that. But that's because when you say something, it came into fruition. It's truth. It's factual, and they go, "Well, we can't have this guy on the internet."
That goes to my CID. That goes to my CID. Let's go to my CID.
Yes.
I sent you the link right now, Dino, for the video. I want you to watch that live stream. It's a 2018 live stream. They will infuse mRNA on vaccines by 2020. They will pull the trigger on a pandemic. So that's a live stream.
I think you had little excerpts. You've shown little excerpts of that over the years.
Well, watch
recently.
the whole thing.
I remember watching.
It's only
I will
25-minute live stream. Just watch it, and then I want you to watch. What was that one? Oh damn! I was gonna ask you to watch. There was one more that I put up. Damn, what was it? You said something, and it reminded me of a video I made, and I'm like, I think Dino needs to watch this one too. Damn, what was it? Oh damn, I forgot. Keep going, keep talking. It might come back to me.
Yeah, getting back to Victor, just send a message to him and then CC me and then make sure and then you tell me when you got it, like you send it to him, and then I'll follow up with him because he's pretty chill and he's got some good time slots. I think in the morning, a little bit earlier for you, but
it's good. I can go to the gym. I can still go to the gym, right? Because I go to the
gym. Go to the gym and then you could go on pop on a show. Like he's awesome, man. He actually had the original screenwriter for The Matrix, right? And they made it totally different than what he had intended it to be like. They changed a lot of things because he basically was foretelling what was going to happen, like a lot of the stuff that's gone on, and that guy has an interesting past too. Like my goodness, but. You should, like I said, some of his shows it's riveting.
Let me go into my Gmail now, real quick.
Yep.
Let me go to. Let's see.
I think some of the people watching should watch his show too. Like he's awesome. Like he tells it like it is, and he doesn't mince words. He takes on like Stu Peters and these guys like that psyop at. Sandy Hook, where they faked all those kids getting killed and everything. That was all psyop bullshit for gun control and everything. That was all fake. And he has a lawyer that he's worked with, like, and has had on a show that exposed it all. And they, how who's that clown there? That fat. Well, no, he's not fat. I guess he's trying to lose weight now. That Jones.
Yeah.
He got sued $1 billion for he had to take back retract everything, and they actually got information on him that it was all bullshit, the psyop, that he was even in on that. He was just basically a stooge, just guy to take the fall for everybody because he didn't know nothing. But Trump knew about it. Obama knew about it. There's all a psyop. It was all bullshit. It was just to try to restrict the guns. That's all it was. It's all Sandy Hook was. It's all bullshit. All those kids, nobody died, and they mowed down the school too before they could do any investigations and everything like that.
It's weird, man. So. It's so weird what's
psyop.
going on.
It's
so
like
weird
what's going on.
I don't even know what's going on.
The world's a lie, man. The whole world is a lie. Everything. I always tell my kids, if you see something, the government says especially, it's the opposite. It's never what. And then even the media. There's a guy that was he just came back from Beirut, Lebanon, like around Lebanon. He said that there's no bombing, no damage, no nothing. his family lives there.
Mm-hmm.
They're all making that up.
Really?
Like, yes.
Well, like the
Yes.
whole space, that whole thing you called it out on the show multiple times. What was that space capsule that went around the moon and it's the far side of the
Oh,
moon?
come on.
Come
Hey,
on,
listen.
come on,
Listen.
Dino, you don't believe this?
I'm trying to figure out how they got that telephone cable all the way to the moon. I really want to know how they did that. That's
and you know what?
telecom at its
If there
finest,
was a
man.
way to call to or to contact, you'd be on a like a 50-minute delay, an hour delay before the message got across. You know what I mean?
You know what though? You know what? I have to confess.
Mm.
I was the one on the moon videotaping when they took off back to Earth. I was one videotaping.
You were there.
So I was the one. I did it.
Mm-hmm.
I was very young, but I did it. I took one for the team. I had to wait for them to come get me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I went to high school there till I guess 16, and then I came back to Earth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I videotaped it, and the teacher was very proud of me, and he said, "Wow, way to go, Dino! You did a great job." And I was proud of my moment there, videotaping the capsule when it was leaving. The paper mache, it was made of paper mache, by the way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it took on the Van Allen belt, and it went right through it, just like
that,
like butter,
just through that
like a knife
radiation,
through
like
butter.
no one's business.
Yeah, nothing. It didn't do nothing. It didn't affect anybody. And then when Trudeau's lover there now, wherever that clown chick that he's dating now, when she went on that space capsule and went around and everything, like, wow, just incredible. Like, no experience on how to fly a paper mache, fake ship, and hey, there you go. She's in the books now. Like now Elon's gonna try to do some stuff, and he's gonna go to Mars now, I think, next. And maybe we can maybe me and you could sign up to go to that. I wouldn't mind going to Mars. Eh? Eh? Just tell the kids, listen, I'll see you guys in about 50 years.
I love Dino's sarcasm. Dino, I love your sarcasm, buddy. I love it. I just love how you play it so well, though. You know what I'm saying? So
No,
I'm messaging your guy right now.
Yes, message him.
I am right now.
And
I got his email
apologize
right
to him. Say sorry because Dino was telling me that I have to contact you, and he's got a bunch of slots. Like, people, you know what? He has it so that he's on Rumble, and now oh, there's another thing too. I'll tell you about this. I know I've been yakking for a long time, but he's on Rumble, and now what's happening is that guests are afraid to go on his show because they get blacklisted. They'll be threatened that, well, you're not going to be able to go on my show, and you're not going to be able to sell your books, or so people are afraid because he calls them out. So now people don't even want to go on his show because they're afraid they're going to get called out. And then Dan Bongitos of the world are going to say, "Hey, you can't go on that show." You know what I mean? So
I know the Joe Rogan show. There's 1 billion words you're not allowed to say on the Joe Rogan show.
Oh yeah, I've heard stories about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing too is that his computer now. He has an older computer, an old MacBook, and he just brought it up on Friday. And they did upgrades now. Zoom, Mac. The computer took updates, and now it doesn't work with Zoom. So now he can't even show videos on his old laptop. So now he's asking if someone has a used laptop that they're not using or something that's a little newer than his, because he can't even show videos anymore and everything because the technology, Rumble doesn't allow him to go on there. And Zoom's kind of saying, well, like, he phoned Zoom, and Zoom said, well, this is not good. Like, this is Rumble is doing stuff to basically suppress people that don't have newer computers and technology now. Like, they're trying to silence. Like look at you. You had an older computer. I think you got a new one now, but
no, I still have my old computer. I just managed to take everything off it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I took everything off it so it could run smooth.
Okay, because like he's having issues now with the computer. Like he can't even, like, it glitches all the time when you're trying to he tries to show a video and it won't show it, or so they're playing games. They're trying to suppress the truth, and like I said, the truth always wins. So we're gonna win. I'm not too concerned. I mean, I get pissed off like you. I get pissed off at the world, but it's these NPCs that are the problem right? So
Hmm.
I think when they start calving, then I think we're going to start getting we'll get ahead. But like someone said on a show of one of Victor's shows, he said that I think that the people they talk about the useless ones.
Hmm.
I think the ones that took the job were the useless ones, and the ones that they were the smart ones, and we'll survive, and we're going to actually change this world.
Yep.
So
My family's
that
fully
does.
immune to all of this stuff. I know what it is, Dino. I wanted to show you
Yeah.
earlier. It's the CID.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
controlled
yeah. So go to
information.
my channel,
Yeah, yeah.
guys. I'm going to show you guys something really interesting. There's a really creepy video. You go to my playlists, you're going to find one CID, Controlled Information Distribution. The dangers of CID. You're going to click on it. Controlled Information Distribution. Now you go here to this video, the Tucker Carlson video. This one is crazy. So YouTube removed a video from 2018. It's right here. I have all the screenshots to show everyone. I'm not making it up. YouTube took a video down that was removed my video from, it was published in 2018, and the video was called, I have it here on the YouTube, so it's like I'm not making it up. Right here. Here's the video. Mike of the Night, spiritual warfare launched against the world's governments won our souls. This was a 2018 video, okay? YouTube took it down like 3 years ago because Tucker Carlson made headlines with it. And they took my video down from 2018 that I put up in 2023. They took down the video in 2023. So Tucker Carlson warns globalist elites waging spiritual battle against humanity. So they took my video down. Again, the video was published in 2018. They took it down on, I'll tell you the date here. It was taken down on October 3rd, 2023. And Tucker Carlson took a page out of my video, basically.
That's another guy. That's the guy I was thinking of earlier. CIA. His
Yeah.
dad's CIA. He's CIA.
That is crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like,
well,
wait.
remember they called you? Remember they called you? Said, how do you know?
Yeah.
About the land?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's probably why they're watching your show, man.
And they called me because of, remember the Chinese balloons I said are going to come in 4 months?
Yes, yes.
And
you
I described the
them
Chinese
and everything.
balloons in great detail and what they were going to look like and the stripes on them and the colors. And I did the videos up if you want to watch the Chinese balloons video. I made a complete prediction. 4 months from now, Chinese balloons are coming. They're going to look like this. They're going to have a number. They're going to have a stripe on the side. They're going to have this. They're going to have this at the bottom. They're going to have. I detailed it. 4 months later, the Chinese balloons came just like I said, and they were described exactly like I said.
And when were those balloons? What year was it?
Here, I'll look up the video right now.
2021?
I don't know. I'll tell you right now. I predicted to a T.
I think it was 22, I think. If I remember.
Hold on. Okay, I got to go back to my channel here.
Chinese. Don't you notice the time just flies by now? So fast?
Yeah, Terrence McKenna predicted this, that the time is moving faster than normal. He predicted this back in the 80s. Terrence McKenna, look him up. Hold on. Chinese balloons. Don't tell me they took that video down.
Oh, my God.
Here you go. Here we go, Dino. Yeah. I found it.
Yeah.
All right. So, Chinese to set off 44 balloons in the next few weeks. It's all a distraction. Don't fall for it. And then after 4 weeks, I was off by a week. I think it was 5 weeks later. It happened.
Yeah.
Like I said, now I have to find the video where I made to follow up and say it happened. Hold on. I got to open. No, I got it here. Hold on.
You have to play 99 Luft balloons by Nana there.
So, there's the video there where I'm predicting it. And then, let me see if I could say, because I actually, then 4 weeks later, it happened like I said, and I called it out.
Yep.
And I have to find the follow-up video there. Hold on. Trying to set up 44 balloons. Okay, wait, do I put it at the end? Let me see if I put a link at the end of the video where I describe the balloons, what they're going to come, and how they're going to come. No, there's no link at the end of the video. Damn it. And then I called, then 4 weeks later, it happened like exactly like I said.
Yep, I remember that.
I'm trying to find it. It's not coming up. Balloons. Let me see. Balloons. Spy balloons. If that comes up.
Yeah, I think they're spy balloons. Yeah.
There's no.
Didn't they call up military aircraft to intercept?
Yes, they did.
Like, what a joke. Just the theater in this world.
Damn. Did they They took down my follow-up video. It's on a mic of the night. We discussed it on a mic of the night. It's a clip
But when,
from a mic
yeah,
of the
when
night.
were the balloons? But when was it? What year was it? I can't see. I didn't see it. So, the year.
Oh, it was no. We predicted it on. Okay. Here, let's listen to the video. But it's only a minute long. Here, let's listen to the video for a second. Here.
Yeah.
Hope everyone's doing okay. Just want to put up a very important message out there. You're going to start to see a lot of spy balloons in the sky in the next 4 to 6 weeks. China is assembling roughly 40 to 44 balloons that are going to take flight in the next couple of weeks. They're going to be white with a little bit of black striping on it, or white or black, I guess, assembly, used to assemble, with a bit of yellow. And I want to give you guys an update on what is happening with that. It's kind of important that you guys understand this is a distraction that they're going to be launching. You're going to be seeing headlines of it being a spy balloon and spies, and people will call it weather modification devices. They're going to call it aliens. They're going to call it everything. China is in the works right now in their southern province, assembling 40, perhaps 44 if the other 4 get complete, balloons that will hit the sky in the next couple of weeks to throw in to the mix of the major distraction that is coming forward. Okay, now I want to find the follow-up video 4 weeks after, because I know I made the follow-up video and I showed the picture of what the balloon looked like exactly like I said it. So let me see. I know I did.
Yeah, they could have scrubbed it.
They could have scrubbed it, eh? I don't think they did.
Yeah.
I think I'm just looking it up.
Maybe you're looking at it wrong. Maybe you have to find it differently. But yeah, I remember we talked about it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah. But I'm sorry for keeping you on, so I'm probably boring
It's
everybody.
okay, man. It's okay.
We have a good time. We always thought we could talk forever, I think.
Yeah, we could talk for a billion years. Are you coming to visit me or what?
I have to come and visit, you know.
You got to come and see me, man.
Yeah, I got to bring the prosciutto and the mortadella. That's
Bring some good stuff, man. Bring some good Italian stuff.
Don't worry, we have good Italian cold cuts out this way.
We got nothing here where I am. It's
I can't believe that. Like, you know, like actually my buddy was in like good business idea if somebody has a hair salon in Nova Scotia. He went to go see his sister there, and he said that he went to a restaurant. I think his wife was getting her hair done. They actually have a restaurant attached to the salon, and the place is packed. And the people that are waiting to get their hair done, you know, they have an appointment at 2. They go have lunch at 12, 1 o'clock, and then they go get their hair done at 2. And they're, you know, the husband sits there and talks with his friends and everything. The place is packed. He talked to the owner. The owner says, "Yeah, we're doing great business." So it's basically a restaurant and a hair salon together.
Interesting.
That's wild, eh? Isn't that interesting?
Interesting.
Yeah, but yeah. I thought it was. I said, "Really?" He says he's doing unbelievable business. I said, "Wow, okay." Interesting concept people come up with, but yeah, I think an Italian cold cut store would be good out there. I think. Eh?
Yeah,
Just
I think
have to
so.
call me Tony. Call me Tony.
No, we just have just a sandwich, Italian sandwiches or California sandwiches. Shit, man, I'd give my left nut for a California sandwich location here.
What's a California sandwich?
A California sandwich is veal sandwich.
Okay.
And
okay.
Yeah, they made the veal sandwiches out in San Francisco, and they call them the California sandwiches or the San Francisco sandwiches, whatever with the nice hot peppers on top of the veal.
Yes, they're very good.
And a nice firm bun.
Yeah, well, here you remember the paninis, right?
I used to eat at Camiso Brothers in Rocco.
Okay.
Bakery in Toronto was open 24 hours. I don't know if the Camiso Brothers still open in Toronto, but I would eat at Camiso and Rocco.
My buddy's friend opened up a panini bun restaurant, like basically just a quick, like you get a panini and a drink for whatever it was, but he puts mortadella, Frito-Lay cheese and everything, just loads it right up, tomatoes, and wow, just kick ass. Like he was selling like 200-300 of those a day. Yeah, doing great business. Because for lunch, boom, boom. So you can make money doing that stuff. Definitely, people love the Italian cold cuts.
Oh, it's the best. The best. I give
Yeah,
that to the
yeah,
Italians. But
yeah.
I think the
Soccer,
best.
no, but soccer's not good anymore. We're B tier in soccer now.
Oh, soccer is again. It's all a show.
Oh, I know. Well, like I said, if the Portuguese win, that'd be good. We tired of seeing Spain and France
The
and all that
same
crap.
usual suspects, right?
Yes, it's boring. So put somebody else in there. I don't mind. You know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Well, I'll let you go. I don't want to keep you anymore.
Oh,
And
you're not keeping me,
so
buddy. It's always an honor, pleasure to talk to you. What am I? Did I even roll in? Yeah, I rolled into my third hour, but that's okay, Dino. It's always good to have you on and giving us an update. Now it's gonna bother me. I'm gonna have to find that mic in the night where we called
yeah,
out
send
the.
it to me and send the
Well, I
message.
sent
Send
you a
the
link to
message to
that
Victor.
live stream that I want you to watch in full.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that, but I
I
want
gotta
you
find
to
the spy
follow.
balloons follow up. I gotta find the
Yeah,
follow up video. I have to.
yeah,
It's gonna bug
yeah.
the shit out of me because I know what I said and I know we followed up and I know we were right to a T.
Mm-hmm.
So they
Yep.
probably
No,
took
I
the
remember
damn
that.
video down, eh? I gotta go find it on Odyssey now.
Let's hope I didn't. I
See,
hope
it's up
not.
there.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
Dino. God bless
Well,
you, my brother. Watch the video in the link, and then message me after you if you're awake. Watch it. 2018 live. It's in your. It's right now. It's in your thing. Watch it, and then message me after the show. Okay?
yeah, and then message me when you sent the message to Victor.
I already did. It's gone.
Okay.
I did.
You take
It's right
care.
here. Sent message. Hold on. I'll tell you. Sent one.
Oh, I believe you.
Sent. I'm not gonna say his email, but it starts with a V.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if I could collab sometime. My friend really likes you, and I would like to talk and compare some notes on the show. If you'd like, you could call on Mike in the Night sometime, and then I gave him a few links of who I am and
Yeah.
stuff.
Perfect. That's exactly what he'll look at your some of your content and everything, and they say, yeah, this guy's cool. Let's go.
All right.
I think it's perfect because, like I said, you guys are both smaller, but you guys are honest and truthful, and you hit the nail on the head. You guys aren't you don't mince any words. That's what I like.
Good. Okay. All
Okay,
right.
take
God
care of
bless
yourself.
you, my friend.
God bless you and your family.
Thank you,
Take care,
brother.
and everyone on the show. Take
God
care.
bless. Bye.
Bye. God bless.
That is Dino Bravo here on Mike and the Night. Now it's going to really bother me with that effing balloon. It's going to really, really bother me because I know I made a follow-up video. I know I was right, and I described it exactly like I said. And yeah, it's really bothering me. Anyways, guys, let's wrap it up, man. It's been a great Mike of the Night. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate the call-ins. Okay. There's a lot of people in the comments. Everyone, I need you guys to contribute by calling in, please. If you're vocal in the comments, I think they're following you on the comments too, so they know you're vocal. We could give you a an alias name if you want to come on the show. But all right, where are we at here? Let's play something here. Send off music here from Mike of the Night. Let's get some send off music here for Mike. Yes. Thank you, Robert Keegan. Thank you, Mayo King. Angie.
Mike in the Night.
James Cameron.
Light.
Ghostly Doors.
Neon shadows on the street. Baseline rising from beneath. Silver skyline.
Who else is here?
Hearts
Sandy for
ignite,
Freedom.
reawakening my
R.C. Lemarou.
every fear just fades away.
Oily Film.
When the
Lord
rhythm
Humongous.
starts to play. You don't know what's wrong, alright. You just move in the night. Close your eyes, don't fight the fight. Feel it lifting you higher. When the clock hits.
May the Lord Jesus bring you all your desires in your hearts. Amen, amen, amen. Says R.C. Lamaru. Thanks for the super chat.
Feel it breaking through, like a wave you can't undo. At 3 a.m., let the darkness shine. We've crossed the line. We're making the feel the bass ignite. Might get feel the bass ignite. Might get there's nothing you
Mike Martin's here signing off for episode 655 of Mike in the Night. Take care, and if you can't take care, stay safe. Mike Martin's here. I have spoken.
in the night. In the night. In the night. In the night. 3 a.m. feel the rise. Hands up high, no disguise. Lights are flashing, bodies sway. Truth is rising anyway. In the silence, in the fight, we come alive. Am I again alive? From the cities to the coast, from the voices